Hello, everybody. This is Paul Pana. Super excited to have you all here. We have Ali here as well. We're covering some lot of cool things on talking photos today. All right, so let me just quickly share my screen here. While I'm doing that, if can everybody hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay, and you can see my screen. Okay, it should be showing up just about now. All right, cool. So basically today it's going to be more so a complete training, if you will, on understanding the Talking Photos application, navigating through it. And then the next training session, we have about 4 or 5 planned out. Today is going to be all about how to use the application, and the next ones will be how to monetize the videos you create with the application. Then the second after that, we'll be talking about how do you use platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and some other platforms to push these videos out there, because now you can turn a photo into a talking video, right? And we'll also be showing you a lot of case studies and some examples of some channels, because what a lot of people don't understand is that the biggest thing actually stopping people from succeeding, right, in terms of creating videos is putting themselves out there, right? Say, for example, this live stream I'm only doing because of the purpose of training, but I've stopped actually creating videos literally where with my face on it because AI can do a lot of the work right now. That's what we're going to be talking about today as we go along, right? And basically go along those lines of how AI will transform a lot of your video creation process. Because if you never did a video, or you did 1 or 2 videos, and now you can do 200 at the same time it took you to create one, makes a big difference in your life, right? So that is the basic idea. All right, so let's talk about the application right now, and we'll go through some steps, and I'll be answering your questions as well along the way. Okay, is that cool? Hope that is clear right now. Okay, so let's go step by step here. When you go to the Talking Photos application, right, you'll see some components here as well. So you see here, and then you got the human video. This is basically where, let's say, like the video that I'm doing right now, right? So imagine you have a human face and hand movements, emotions, and stuff. You create video with that. That is your human. I'll talk about that. We'll go into step by step on that. The second one you see here is 2D or 3D or cartoon. So in the case of human, there's 2 ways you can do it. We'll get to that. If you now watch the tutorial videos, that is. One is basically where you can upload your own photo and create somebody with your likeness. And then the other one is you just generate a generic, if you will, a person that does not exist kind of thing with different clothing styles, hair color, eye color, whatever. And you can generate a talking video with that. Does that make sense? So that's the other approach, okay? So the idea is that in the cartoon, same thing. You can create a cartoon character that does not exist, meaning to your heart's desire, whoever you want. You can create a Disney princess, you can create a Pixar style cartoon character, or you can create by uploading your own photo, right? Somebody who looks like you, but in 3D or 2D style, okay? That is the other approach. This is useful in many cases where, for example, with the human, right, you might need some of these might need a human connection. But here, maybe you wanted to basically create your own mascot, right, for a brand or business, and then create more of them. You get the idea, right? Different use cases. Now then you are talking animals, right? That's the next one. Now here, this one, it doesn't just have to be animals, by the way. It could be like say for example a tree talking, you know what I mean, like a tree with lips and stuff talking. It could be, I'll show you some examples as we go along of our users, how they did creatively. They've gone beyond even my creativity, right, which is excellent in our Facebook group. And then finally, we have this singing and dancing videos. So now this is basically where you can upload a photo, or you can generate a photo of your own, and then you can face swap different dance motions and stuff. This is useful. We'll get to it in our future training sessions in detail, how to get results with it. But in cases like TikTok, for example, right? When there's a brand new song that releases that's really popular and stuff, right? That's viral, you can use this stuff for that, right? Let's say in many cases in TikTok, every week there's 3 or 4 or 5 different type of popular songs that people dance to and that sort of thing. And same thing with YouTube Shorts, by the way, or Instagram Reels too, for that matter. But generally TikTok being the #1 at this stuff, it helps with that case, right? Where you want to get some virality. The other reason why we do this, we'll get to that in the training as well down the line, is basically it helps you get monetized, okay, on YouTube and these places. Because right now the monetization criteria, you need to get X number of views. So let's say I believe it's about 1 million or so views, or you need to have X amount of hours of watch time. Very difficult for somebody getting started to get to that. And once you get monetized, you get other benefits like more reach for your videos. You get a longer length videos you can do all kinds of cool things you can do. But to get there, You got to get the views, right? It's almost like a chicken and egg situation. How do you get the views without actually creating videos? And then once you create the videos, you want to get monetized to get even more benefits, right? More reach and stuff. But you don't until you get more videos out there with more views. You see what the problem, right? So that kind of one of the things to solve it. We have that. This is the only application in the market which can do it at this point in time. All right. So far so good, right? So today what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about these features. I'm also going to be talking about the subtitles. How do you add it? Where the subtitles come into play, and the merge videos as well. Okay. The merge videos, by the way, that I wanted to kind of mention here real quick. The merge videos is where you can create multiple videos and then merge them together. Okay, you can create a longer length video and stuff. Currently, in the application, as you can see here, when you go to create video, any one of these right now, you can create up to 5 minutes per scene. So basically, if you create this one of these videos, like here, you go through the process, you can up to 5 minutes. So you want to merge them multiple ones together. You can create 2 characters talking, one finishes the other one. You can do that with the merge videos, which is within the application. Okay. Is that clear so far? Let me know in the chat box everything is clear so far, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to step number 1. Okay, very simple. Make it easy as possible for you to work with. I'll do this right now. Then I'll go to second here. Third, I'll show you how to create videos like this. And then fourth, videos like this. Easy, straightforward. Okay, and then you can go from there. Right now, it will be pretty easy. So let's go with step number 1. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's say you want to create a human character video. Now, what are the type of videos we're talking about here? Okay, so basically, let me see if I can find some of my videos here. Okay, these are your human style videos, right? So this one has minimal movement, just like high blinking right now. That's one. The other one is this. This is me right now with my face here, you see, right? And I changed the hair color here. So you see the hair color is brown, right? And I'm doing sitting down in a restaurant here. So that's something you can do as well. The other one here is basically me standing. I believe this one. So this one right here is me standing, right? And then I'm talking. I'll just mute it for a sec. You see this right here. So you see this, you can do stuff like this as well. But on the other hand, that's with my face. I'll show you how that's done. And then the other one is, you see this one right here. Testing. This person doesn't exist. So we just created it with prompts, their clothing style and everything. Same thing applies with you too. So here, if you see, in this example, one of them I'm wearing, like if I put it clearly here, I'm wearing this clothing, like it's almost like khakis, right? Here I'm wearing like a brown suit, right, with a black tie. You can control that. You can control that in the image level itself. So that means, for example, you want to put blue eyes for you want to put a beard on you, you want to put a mustache, you can do that, goatee. You want to change the hair color, you want to change the clothing style in particular, you can do all that, and I'll show you how that works, right, in just a second. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be talking about right now. So is that clear? So when I say realistic, that's what we're talking about. All right, so you go to step number 1. So like we go and click on the human video right here. And then I'll show you how this works. So click on it, and I'll be answering your questions along the way, because the idea is that let me cover the aspect first, and then we'll cover the how-to aspects of these things. Okay. All right. So here in step number 1, you have choose aspect ratio. So this is basically where, let's say, for example, this video that I'm doing right now, this live stream, this is in horizontal, right? As you can see here, aspect ratio, which is what we like to call 16:9. That's basically a horizontal, right? A YouTube video, right? And then a vertical is 9:16. You see this one right here, okay? This is 9:16. This is for your mobile phones, right? Many times, we open up our mobile phones. My mobile phone, you open it up like this, right? This is the vertical format, right? So you can pick that. The reason why you have to put it right here is because everything changes based on that. The emotions, the character, the way you're generating it, how the video renders, everything is reliant on this aspect, right? So that's the reason why you want to do it in the very beginning. Now you notice there's a little checkbox here in the bottom. My character will be singing, okay? So what is this here, right here? Because we do have that singing and dancing category, right? Remember? So we do have, if you see, click on here, we do have the singing and dancing category here. Then what is that one? Like, why is that there? So the idea is, with singing and dancing, we have dance motions, right? Somebody's moving their hands a lot, like so and so, right? But in the case of this one right here, we have very subtle motions, right? Sometimes no motions, like somebody doesn't even move their hands at all, or sometimes somebody's just moving their hands very soft like this, like just like how I'm moving my hands right there, and then they're pausing and that sort of thing. Or they're just doing it where they're talking. There's no dance moves, right, so to speak. it's more like conversational. Maybe sometimes you want to use that for your singing, right? So that's the reason why we put that here. I'll get to this, how it changes the workflow. The only difference will be when you click this, right? My character is singing aspect. You check this box. The only difference will be in the step where it talks about choose audio here. Instead of text to speech, it's only going to have option of you uploading a song. Okay, because the lip sync system is different for the singing. That's why we did that. Okay, I'll get to that once we get to the next step. So let's say I do this 16:9, basically aspect ratio. Click on this. Now here is where what you have to do first is you pick the gender of the character. So let's say male or female, right? Why do we want to do that? Well, because what we did is when you go to motions, we've actually modified and optimized some with where you pick a female character, we show female motions and that sort of thing to make it a little bit more realistic, right? So let's say, for example, we have a male here, right? And we put clean shaven or beard, right? Why did we do that here? Well, it's because, how thick do you want the beard? Sometimes, something, if you say 25-year-old male, whatever, wearing a suit or whatever, the point is it might still have some slight stubble, right? When it says clean shaven, it's clean shaven, right? Like how I am right now. There's no stubble or anything. But you want a beard. How thick do you want the beard? There's these variables, right? That's why we put that in here. So let's assume this is male clean shaven, right? Let's assume. So now what you can do, you can go here and you can drag and drop or upload your own photos here. This could be a LinkedIn photo. This could be whatever. It doesn't really matter. So here in the media library, I already uploaded in the images tab. This is my image, right? So Paul 1, I selected it. So this is my Paul 1 image, right? This got uploaded here, as you can see. Now, basically the idea is using my face, I can create a character, right? With different variables, right? Say I want to give myself green eyes or whatever. So let's say, for example, I can say, in this case, brown male with black eyes and black hair, wearing let's say, for example, pinstripe suit, right? And here you can manipulate the backgrounds with the prompt itself. Very important, okay? So, for example, what I write here at the end could be anything. I could say in a busy airport. I could say in a coffee shop. I could say, let's say, depending on what, like in a dental clinic, let's say, for example. I don't know, you get the point, right? So I can say in a coffee shop with a blurred background or bokeh, right? Blurred background is where, the background focuses on you, right? I can do that. And you can just click on the generate button, okay? So this is the generate button, right? I click on that and then now you can generate. Okay, so what's happening behind the scenes? Okay, two things are happening behind the scenes right now. First is taking my photo, using it as a base to generate the character, okay? Second thing, it's creating the character in a way where it's gonna be perfectly aligned with the talking video, with the perfect hand movements, facial expressions, eye blinking, lip sync, all that stuff is being taken care of. Because imagine, if I was looking this way, and my lips are barely visible, then what's the point, right? Like I can't, it won't be perfect when people are looking at the final video. You see this right here? This is kind of a variation of you. Now, if I want to put, say for example, brown eyes, right? And brown, blonde hair, I'm just making up something, right? Wearing a navy blue pinstripe suit, right? In, let's say in the coffee shop, whatever, right? I can still manipulate it that way. And you can change the eye colors and stuff like that. Click regenerate. Now it's going to go ahead and start regenerating it, keeping my facial, components in mind. Now, why is this powerful? It's because you can create your own character from a simple photo. Not just that, you can change your hair color. You can change your eye color. You can change, basically, if you want to put a beard or not, right? You have all these variables that is basically not been there. There you go. It's creating me with blonde hair right now, right? You see this? And then little brown eyes. Now, it's not that visible because it's brown eyes, but like, and you can download the photo too here. You see there's a download button that shows up if you want to, that is. But you get the point. Now, you see how I'm always standing straight? That's because the lip sync, when you're doing hand movements, we want to position it very perfectly, right? If I'm standing a little bit to the side this way, or I'm not positioned properly, not the best. Some people were asking, can I change the background, right? Yeah, you can change this part here in the prompt itself. So in this particular case, it's a coffee shop. I can even say, suit, let's say, standing on a beach during sunset, right? With a blurred background. Let's say, I'm just making it up, but you get the point. You can change the background based upon the prompt itself. So you don't have to do, somebody was asking the question I saw in the chat box, right? Do I do green screen? We do have that. I'll show you that option in just a second. But this is another way. You can create it any background you want from the prompt itself to be able to then create the talking photo video. That is the reason why we did it this way, because then what happens is it allows you that flexibility. You see this right here? Then you can have that on the beach. You can use this as your video. And you see what happened here? The light, it's hitting the face here. You see that? You saw that point there? This area right here, that is the magic here. You see that? It looks natural, right? It doesn't look weird, doesn't look like fake, like I'm positioned there. It actually, the light is hitting the suit, light is hitting the part of the face, stuff like that, right? Now, if you want a beard, let's say, you put the beard option, and then you can generate it as well, and then it'll be fine too. Up to you, whatever works, right? Whatever you want. Now, this is with a photo. Now, if I don't want a photo, I just want to generate a person that doesn't exist, so to speak, right? Like a stock video, right? What we like to call it. You can do that too, where you just don't upload the photo instead, right? So the workflow would be very similar, right? I'll show you that where that would work in just a second. But let's say I'm happy with this, right? Let's say I'm happy with this. And then I go next. Now here, so these are all the motions. So what this basically means, right, is that the idea here is that you basically can pick the hand movements, the facial expressions, and that sort of thing. And we have, I believe, like more than 60, 70, something like that for both male and female. So basically, when you pick female, you'll have a set. You have a male, you have a different set. I'll get to that when we go to the next steps, next options. But you get the idea here, right? So a lot of people wanted, when we created version 1.0, ones with very subtle movements. So you see this one right here, it has no hand movements, right? This one is like a little bit less, and minimal movements with slight head movement. You see these? So these are ones where there's not much movement at all of the hands, or very little or none, right? You can test these. So for example, if I don't want any hand movements, I'll just pick this option, this template, so to speak. If you want minimal with slight head motion, you want to do this. This one right here, you see this, the left hand folded, minimal movements, left hand folded. You can use this option if you want. You get the point, right? So let's say, for example, I like this one right here. I click next. It doesn't matter if you use a female or male. It doesn't matter. That's the key thing I wanted to mention as well, is the movements, the way we've recorded them in the studio for you. We spend a lot of money, a lot of time to actually record these movements for you, right? They've done it to make realism in mind, keeping that realism, the idea of making sure that it look beautiful, right? Every single time, right out of the box, right? So that's the other thing that, that we have. All right, so let's say, for example, here we have text-to-speech, voice recording, or import audio, right? So import audio is basically where you can basically import, let's say, a voiceover, that sort of thing here. Voice recording, you can record your own voice here, or text-to-speech if you want to use text-to-speech. Very standard, right? You can adjust the speed, the pitch, and stuff. Let's say, for example, I liked any one of these, and I want to put any one of these voices. I right-click and paste some script here real quick. Right, you just click on this import speech button so the speech can be generated, right? And then boom, it's gonna generate the speech as like so, and then you can play and preview it like so, right? Like this, right? If I want to use my voice, obviously I can import my own audio file, right? So for example, like let's say I wanted to do that, I go to like here, I can use this voice, or I can cancel it and I can use import audio, right? And in here, let's say for example, I have my own audio, right? I can use these here. This one, Poil voiceover, this is my voiceover I uploaded. I can do that too. Okay, it'll perfectly lip sync regardless of the case. And then let's say this is the text speech. Now I can basically generate the project now, right? So let's say in this case, Paul Beach, right? Video. Let's say I want to name it. I render the video, right? And then this takes about 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes less, depending on how many people are using the application, how much complexity is there, how long the video is. Let's say it's a 5-minute video. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit longer than a 1-minute video, that sort of thing, right? Now, what's cool? I'll show you, okay? So go to my videos. You see this one is being generated right now, right? It says pending here, right? So what we did that's really cool is let me show you this particular case, right? So this one was my, one of my videos, and then this was the other video that I created, correct? So I want to show you this. So let's say we want to clone this video, right? You can play this video, obviously, like I showed you earlier. You can download the video, you can delete it, you can clone it. So let's say we click on the reuse or clone, right? Like this one. I want to show you something cool here. So you click on this, you see how it automatically went to step number 3, right? Went to step number 3. If you say step number 1 was this, step number 2 was this is 3, right? It went to 3 automatically, meaning it took the same photo I generated earlier with my face, my clothing and all that, and it did also something else. It automatically chose the previous selection. Let me explain better whatever this thing was, right? Now, if you keep this, meaning you don't change it, right? You kept the same movements, the same motions and stuff. Let's say you kept everything the same, and then you click next, meaning you didn't touch anything. You kept it everything the same. Click next. Now, this is where the magic is, okay? If you can change the text to speech here to anything. So let's say I want to change the text to speech to this right here that I was just using right now, right? And let's say I put whatever, I didn't really care here, right? Let's say cheerful, whatever, and then click here. Now I did this speech or I uploaded my own audio, whatever, doesn't matter. Click next. What I'll show you is Paul live stream test, okay? Okay, now click this. This right here, this video, right, will be done in 2 to 3 minutes. Let me repeat that again. When you clone a project and you keep the exact same motions that was there prior, the same template, so to speak, it'll be not in 15 minutes, not even 20 minutes, in 2 or 3 minutes. That is the magic. Because what happens, you want to create longer length videos, you want to merge together later using the merge videos feature, right? One of the problems is you're always wondering like, hey, how can I do quickly? Because I don't want to wait for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 18 minutes or 14 minutes, whatever the case is. I want to get them up quickly, right? Chop, chop, right? The way we've done it is that what we did is we, behind the scenes, we recorded all the stuff you've done already, and we've done it such that the automation behind the scenes has very little things to do compared to the other stuff that you've done in the past. So in other words, every time you clone a project and you keep the exact same movements, same character elements and stuff, just change the text to speech, the voice, it's much faster. Pretty powerful, right? Because then you like the motions, you like the photo, you like what you generated, then you can just put a bunch of scripts and then you can keep going and creating any amount in 2 or 3 minutes or even less, depending on, again, as I said, how long the video is. Let's assume it's a 5-minute video, it'll generate in about 5 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes. Through 2-minute video, 2 to 3 minutes. You see my point, right? Which is record-breaking speed. There's no application in the market. There we go. It's already done. You see this? Paul live stream. I was just talking to you in a few seconds. It's done, right?
Thank you for becoming a
So this was a 28-second video. It's done in 28 seconds, basically. It'll be matched like for like. So 5-minute video will be 5 minutes. 2-minute video, 2 minutes. It's record-breaking speed. This is where I want you to understand. We've talked through all this stuff. That's why when we took version 2.0, took our time. We want to do it this way. No other application in the market can do this. I know I'm kind of training you and also kind of explaining to you, but I just want to know a lot of hard work went behind this little feature right here. It sounds simple, but a lot of work happened behind the scenes. Okay, is that clear? So you understand to make this happen right here. So you see here, this one is still rendering, right? You see this right here, it's still processing, right? 3 minutes ago. This one we finished. Why? Because this one was the first one I'm talking about. This brown suited one was the clone of this project, right? That I did 2 days ago, right? So that is the reason why, okay? Pretty powerful. So this one will take 3 minutes, it'll take about 15 minutes or so to finish, okay? Maybe less depending, again, like I said, this one is just 28 seconds. So whatever the video length is, it's about that period of time, okay? Clear so far? Hope that is clear on this, right? So hope that you appreciate that feature. Took us a long time. The clone feature, super powerful. Now, what happens if you clone this, but you change these movements, right? Let's say I didn't like it. I put this one instead of this one, right? Or whatever. You chose this one instead of this. Well, then again, it's going to take about 15 minutes or so, because what's happening is we've got to redo everything from scratch. We're not saving elements that we did in the prior project. Does that make sense? It depends, right? Let's say you like the character, but you want to change the motions of that person, how they move their hands, their facial expressions, or whatever, the head movement, whatever the case might be. Well, the point is that at that point in time, of course, it's going to take us more time because we're redoing everything from scratch more or less, right? So depends. Some people want faster videos, but lesser flexibility in this particular case to use the same exact elements of the motions and emotions and stuff. Some people might want to change it, but they're willing to wait a little bit longer. We gave you that flexibility here, okay, regardless. All right. Now let's talk about in the case where I remember, let's go back here. Let's go back here to human video one more time here. Let me actually go back here. Click on this. So let's say hypothetically say we did this 9 by 16 right now. I want to show you this. We select this 9 by 16. I want to show you. And then let's say we do my character singing. What happens? What's different right now if I do this workflow, right? So let's click on this right here, new character. Here, I want to show you. So let's say I didn't upload any photo. Let's say I didn't upload any photo here. So meaning I didn't do anything here. And then now I can generate basically I want to generate, I'll get you to some of your questions, I'm seeing them, but let's say I want to generate a stock person, right? So let's say 20-year-old, 25, let's say a 25-year-old blonde haired woman with blue eyes who is wearing a doctor costume with let's say dental office background actress blurred background. Okay, so I'm going to say 25-year-old blonde hair woman with blue eyes who is wearing a doctor costume with a dental office blurred background, right? So dental office will be the blurred background in the back. Let's generate. So why am I doing it this way? This is a stock person, meaning this person doesn't exist. It's AI generated, right? This is useful where, say, you want to create some videos, talking videos, right? Where you want to do it with hand movements, emotions, and all that kind of stuff. That's all great. But let's say you want to generate a person, just stock person, right? Well, you can do that with this. The beauty here is that it's custom, right? You see this? Look at that. Beautiful, right? So here, now you can change your attributes, right? Obviously. So let's say you want to make her, instead of 25 years old, you want to make her 45 years old. Let's say instead of this, you want to create a doctor costume, you want to add a white coat, you can do that. So let's say if you're 25, I'll put 45. And then you can always save her and use her as reuse. That's another beautiful thing. So let's say, for example, I like this girl, right? Right here. I'll just save it. You see the download button here on the right? Let's click save. It's going to download, right? It's a download on my computer right now. So I can upload this as well. So does that make sense? So let's say I want to do this. I want to select her, upload her, correct? You see this right here? I can upload her and then I can make changes to her. So next time around when the AI is being generated, it's using her attributes. It's not creating somebody brand new, unique, meaning consistency of the character can be maintained, okay? So let's say, for example, I want to keep her, let's say 45-year-old. Okay, that's fine. Instead of blue eyes, I want to put green eyes now, right? I was wearing a costume with a white coat, right? Instead of a dental office, I'm going to put plastic surgery clinic blurred background, let's say, right? I want to click generate. So now what it's doing is it's taking her attributes again, right? And I'm being able to generate it as well. Does that make sense? So I can keep her as well. Does that make sense? And right here, let's say I can say dental, right? Instead of dental, I'll say, let's put like physio, right? Sometimes surgery is like very gory stuff detail, right? That's why I want to do that. Physio clinic. Okay, physio gym, blurred background, let's generate. So you can do that too. Okay, just want to make sure that it's not like not safe for work kind of stuff. You want to make sure you want to do stuff that is more professional in nature, right? Just keep that in mind. But anyway, you get the point, right? So you can do that too. You generate a character, you reuse that character again, and then now you basically had that person's attributes saved over to generate another person with the same attributes for character consistency. You see this right here? See, I got her to wear the doctor costume now. I put green eyes here. You cannot see that clearly, but you get the point. And then again, she's blonde hair. Now, if I want to change her to, let's say, brown hair, whatever, I can do that too. You get the point, right? Now, let's see here what's happening now. Now, go to next here. You're satisfied with this. It's a vertical video. Let's say you do this, right? Right? And then what you do, and you basically, you choose the same movements, whatever you like, right? Let's say whatever you like, right? You get the point here, right? Gesturing to the right, let's say you want to like this, suggesting no, you get the point, right? Whatever you like. And it doesn't have to be male or female, like I said, right? The point is that. All right, so let's say this one, right? We want to do this. Now here, you see this, choose audio, it's only import audio now. Why? Well, because in the step number 1, I picked on my character will be singing, that's why. Okay, so it's only going to allow you to upload a song. Why is that the case? So when you upload a song, I'll get to this right now, which is important, right? So let's say here, we import audio. I have a song here, right? Let's see here, whatever, like this one right here, female, okay? Let's say here. So we uploaded the song, right? Now I want to kind of explain a little bit about the magic behind the scenes because this application is so easy to use. We've already seen people creating hundreds of videos, right? But let me explain the key point here, okay? So in a song, right? Let's talk about it. What do we have in a song? We have music, right? You got instruments, right? So somebody has instrumentals, right? Like guitar or whatever, right? Drums, instruments, mentals, right? And you have vocal, right? Like an actual song. Now you got vocal, right? Now during a song, what happens when somebody's singing a song? Let's discuss that, right? This is the reason why it took us a huge amount of effort to get it to this good lip sync quality. So when a song is doing, let's say any kind of song, a Taylor Swift song or whatever song, so when she pauses singing, right? Still music is playing in the background. Still instruments are playing, right? Many times you have hymns, you got, let's say, a chorus, that kind of thing, right? So the problem is, even though she stopped singing, she's waiting, the background music is playing, some of this chorus stuff is happening, the lips will keep moving because it's detecting some kind of noise, right? Or audio, right? So what we do when you upload a song, that's why we made it a new category, is we automatically detect the song and we actually, behind the scenes, we do some AI magic to consider instrumentals, consider music, consider vocal, and we actually have a technology, I can't go into detail on that, but the point is that it will detect when it's an instrument. It will detect when there's music. It'll detect when there's chorus. It'll detect when the person is singing. So when I'm singing, I'm listening to the music now, I'm waiting a little bit, and then I get to singing, then the lips will be shut. That is the magic, right? And this will work perfectly with any song in any, pretty much, we've tested it across many different languages as well. It works fine. But the point is that it does not matter if the song has music, it doesn't have instrumental, it doesn't even matter if it's only vocal only. Vocal only is easy, but if it does not matter, okay? So that is really, really critical you understand, okay? Because that gives you freedom too, correct? So that way it doesn't really matter. You upload any song, it'll work with perfect lip sync regardless. Okay, so now you go next. Then I can say song with, let's say, blonde doctor, right? And click render. You get the point. This could be any kind. You can have a chef. It'll have a chef costume, right? You get the point, right? And it can be whatever you want, right? So then you can wait the videos rendering and stuff. Oh, there we go. My beach video got rendered right now. It took actually, well, 5 minutes only. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so you see this right here.
Thank you for becoming a valued customer of TalkingPhotos.ai.
You see this right here? So very bare minimum movements, just a little bit of the hand movements here. I'll just mute the audio for a sec just so that there's no echo. But you get the point, right? So pretty fast rendering, perfect lip sync, perfect teeth, and also nice hand movements, looks realistic. And you see here, actually funny thing is you see the little bit of animation in the water too, which is actually not intentional. Some cases we do animate the background, not always, okay? But pretty cool, right? So yeah, this now, if I clone this, let's say I clone this now, keep the same movement like I showed you here, and type any text, right? In any language, okay? You get the point. So I can copy and paste this. I'll just show you like a big script, right? So actually, let me paste something from Wikipedia or something. Okay, so let's see here. Let's say like keto diet or something, right? Let's just get that keto diet tips. Right. Okay, cool. All right, so this one right here, this is a ketogenic diet script. I pasted here. Let me import audio. All right. Real quick, how much is this? It's about 1 minute and 9 seconds long, right? Let's even make it bigger. I'll paste this thing a couple of times. Like, let's import again. All right. Okay, cool. Let's see here. We want 5 minutes, right? So this is about 5 minutes. That's good. We are maxing this thing out. Cool. All right. So it should be about 3.5, 4 minutes now, I'm thinking. Cool. Yeah, about 3 minutes. Cool. So you can do up to 5 minutes, by the way, here. Okay. Just so you know. All right. So let's click here. For each video, ketogenic diet. Okay. And then render. This will be, because it's 2.5 minutes, about 2 minutes or so to render. Does that make sense now? Because I use the same elements and same motions and stuff. It has that too. Same thing I can do with this doctor too when I'm reusing, okay? That is the basic idea of this approach so far. So what did we cover so far? Let's just do a quick recap here, okay? And I'll answer some questions as well while we are at it. So first things first, we talked about the human video, okay? And then what did we talk about for the human video so far? We talked about singing characters. We talked about aspect ratio, vertical, horizontal, right? And then now what we can do is, let's say we want to go to the next step. Let me talk about the 2D, 3D cartoon. Same concept, right? What I explained earlier. Now it's going to create a 3D or 2D version of the person. Now that can be the same, the doctor one in cartoon style, or it can be my photo with cartoon. And same concept, you can make the 3D, 2D character sing as well, okay? So when you generate new character, again, same concept. I can upload an image. So let's go to images and I'll take my image right here and select. This is my image, right? And then I put my male. I can put my ethnicity, let's say, or whatever, Latino, whatever, doesn't really matter. Here, that's a 3D cartoon. So now here, you can say man wearing a brown suit with red tie. I just wanted to show you so that it's more visible. In front of a beach during sunset. Okay. Actually, because the sunset, let's just do pinstripe again. Pinstripe navy blue, because then it'll have some juxtaposing with the sunset, right? During sunset, blurred background. Okay. Same concept. Click generate. So you can play around with this obviously, but now it's going to generate me, but in 3D style, right? In Disney Pixar style. And I'll show you how it generates it natively. It won't be that good because I didn't add a couple of things I want to add. Like you can put Disney Pixar style, whatever you want to add to the prompts, right? But you get the point, right? So it will generate it basically a 3D version of me using my facial attributes, all right? That way now it's a 3D cartoon with my face on it. Very powerful in cases where, let's say, you want to quickly create videos and you don't want to let's say do this one right here, right? Now, if I want to do it in Disney and Pixar 3D style, right? Right? And you see my prompts, I'm putting it in very conversational style. This is another thing that we did recently. Before you'd have to say, a man, comma, right? Standing, comma, 50 mm, comma, beach, comma. It's just too confusing. Here it's like I'm talking to a friend, like, hey, like an Iron Man in Jarvis, right? Hey, Iron Man, hey, Jarvis, can you just create me an image like this? It should be wearing a navy suit, blah, blah, blah. Same concept, conversational, right? So we changed the prompting structure as well, the same. Let's look at generate while it's doing it. But you see this, creating a 3D version of me now, okay? That is pretty powerful, right? And you can do the same thing off of that doctor too. I'll show you that in just a sec, time permitting right now. But you get the point. I can do the same thing of this lady I generated as well, by the way. It can be off of once you generate it. But I'll show you a couple of 3D examples here if I can quickly grab it. Let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, so these are animals, as you can see here. I'll talk about that in just a second, the talking ones. 3D ones will look somewhat like, well, it's created so many videos. This one, this is right here. This is like this. This is a 3D version, right? So that something like that, and that like this is another 3D version. You see right here. So stuff like that, like a very 3D-ish, cartoonish with some realism, right? So that's the basic idea, right? There you go. This is the 3D version of me now. And again, you can download this if you want or whatever. So that is me. Now let's look at that like girl, right? We saved, right? The images, this one, like, so let's again go backwards now. Aspect ratio, let's put vertical here. Create new character. Again, let's put female here and then put the ethnicity here. And then let's just put a woman, right? Pinstripe navy blue suit with red tie. I'm just saying it right now. Or we can say, let's say, a beautiful dress, let's say navy blue dress in front of the beach, right? And then here, like you can again just go from the media gallery here, images, put her. I just did the aspect ratio change in there because she was a vertical image, right? I wanted to do the same, you know, that's why. So you can generate again here using her attributes. So now what's going to do, it's going to create a 3D version of her, right? Same concept. And you can change the ethnicity here and stuff like that too if you want to. and you can play around with things like that. But it's just a cool way to create any character with just a couple of clicks, and then do the other stuff behind the scenes where you can now do lip sync, you can do singing, and blah blah blah, right? You get the point. Super easy, straightforward, if you can imagine, right? That is the basic idea, right? So there we go. See, now I didn't put any details here like blonde hair and stuff, so it generated this right now first. But I could do like, again, I can add attributes, a blonde hair, blue-eyed woman, right? You get my point, and regenerate. So now what it's going to do is same. Now it's going to generate a blonde hair, blue-eyed, same similar attributes. So the point I'm making though is that the beauty here is that what we do is we actually can change the color of the eyes, hair color, skin tone even. We can do all kinds of good stuff. And even when the background is there, it takes the elements of the background, like the shadows and let's say lighting and stuff as well, and keeps that original thing intact to make it look realistic. Okay, that is what is happening behind the scenes. There we go. You have her here. You see the sunset here. Like you see this, right? The sunset happened here, and it's the light is coming all over her body here and here in her arms. You can see it. Like, looks super unique in that sense, right? And if you like it, you go next. And again, here for the cartoon too, we have a bunch of movements. You can test which ones you like. You can go smaller movements, more movements. You get the idea, right? You see minimal movements, left hand folder, let's say I want this one. Again, now here, automatically the voice changed to female voice. Remember, I did all male characters until now, right? So here changed to that. So let's say I like Sarah, I like friendly voice of Sarah. Then I want to do the same ketogenic thing. I copy, paste, whatever script, doesn't matter. And then it can be song too, like I said earlier, click import speech. And now you click next. And then you can do, say, for example, 3D cartoon, blonde woman, ketogenic diet video, let's say, right? And just put the name, it render, it's going to do its thing. Again, when I clone, the same concept applies. If I clone her and then I clone this project and then use the same hand movements and same emotions and stuff, the rendering is much faster second time around. First time takes 15-20 minutes, second time with the same emotions, 2 minutes, 1 minute, depending on how much length of the video is. If the length of it is 2 minutes, it can be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, which is a record-breaking speed, right? If you think about it. All right. So that's the 3D, 2D. And same thing applies for 2D too, by the way. I didn't show you that, but the point is the same. To click create, and then here for 2D, I would pick it from here in this section, okay? So 3D, I would choose 2D. Okay, generally 3D is better than 2D, but if you have some cases for doing 2D, you can do it too. But same concept applies, okay? You can upload a photo, or you can generate a generic character that didn't exist kind of thing with AI, okay? That's the other aspect of it. So far, so good. Okay, clear everything. Let me know in the chat box. We'll go to the next step, which is the animal video part. Okay, basically that will basically help you out here. Okay, so let's see here. All right. So, okay, everybody's clear, right? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm seeing some comments here. That's great, right? This is awesome, great, awesome, right? All right, so yeah, this is the point I was making. So thoughtful and creative. Yeah, absolutely. We thought through all this stuff. That's what I kind of want to tell you, because you want to have a polished product ready to rock, right, ready to roll right out of the gate. All right, so in the case of animals, let's go to that next now. So you're following along. So same concept. Now the difference here is we're doing animal talking, or you can do, let's say, cactus tree, right? You get the point, right? So you can do that kind of stuff too, like very unique characters, right? So like, let's say we do that, let's say same thing, you can do singing as well here. Now with animals, there's one big difference. We don't have motions here. The reason why we don't do that is because we focus more on the head movement, the eye blinking, and the lip sync here. Because some animals might have 4 hands, or some animals might have, let's say, for example, we position in a different way, right? So it's just a little bit tricky to do hand movements at this point. Maybe in the future, if enough people want, we'll see. But this is the latest, greatest technology at this point in time, right? So the idea with this one is you can do pick male or female. And then you can say, like, as you can see, there's an example prompt here. You can say a cute deer in a bushy forest, right, in the middle of a jungle. And then we can say in in, let's say, where would be a jungle? Let's say in Mexico. I don't know, just made it up. All right, so you can do this right here, and then you can add elements like 3D or whatever. But the point I'm making is like you can do this. Now, because I put female, it's going to generate a little bit of an animal with female attributes. Okay, there we go. You see this right here. Now, of course, if I had a nicer prompt, I can even do even further. So in this particular case, I can say a dear princess, right? In a bushy forest in the middle of a jungle in Mexico, wearing a crown, like a queen. I don't know, I just made up something, right? But you can play around like this, right? And then it can generate based upon that. And again, same thing here. What we've done behind the scenes is we've figured out everything for you to make it easy. The way the animal looks at you see this right here, the way the eyes are, everything is perfect without you working too much with the prompts here and the backdrops and stuff. It's all ready to go, okay? So that's why we did it, because the lip sync is the key thing, right? What we want to focus on. So next here, if you like this, click next. And then you can give it the voice. You can do, let's say, import audio. You can give your own voiceover. You can generate it with voices here. Let's say you want the deer to talk about ketogenic diet again, as I mentioned before, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then you do it. You go here next, and then you say deer cartoon talking, right, about keto diet. You get the point, right? And you generate. So basically, it'll do its thing while it's generating. Okay, so now before I get to the last aspect, which is the singing and dancing video part, what I kind of wanted to talk about is, let's say now we have our own videos that got created, correct? So let's say I have my beach video created here and some of these other videos. Let's say I got this video done, right? So you can merge them using the merger, video merger, right? The only thing I'll show you is like you go to merge videos here, this option right here, as you can see. So you click on merge videos here. And then as you can see here, all you got to do is you click on the add videos. The way we've done it is you can only merge the videos created in the application, obviously. So click here. Let's say my video number 1, I'll select it. My video number 2, I can select it, and I can merge multiple videos. If I want to add my other video, this is the other video in me in the coffee shop. Let's say the other video me, let's say this is the other one, right? So let's say I liked singing one. Let's say I want to add this. You get the point. I can merge all these videos together, and it takes very quickly. It does this thing. So in this particular case, you see these videos are 3 minutes 41 seconds long. So let's say click next. It's gonna do it. So I can say Paul merging video 3 minutes, right, for testing, and then click merge. So it's going to do its thing behind the scenes, and it's going to merge these videos into one video. What we do though is when you're merging videos, we highly recommend that you merge videos of the same aspect ratio, because otherwise it's going to be messy. So if it is a video that is horizontal like this, right, then only merge other videos which are horizontal. Don't merge a video that looks like vertical, because it's going to mess up the flow, right? That's the only thing I want to keep in mind, all right? In terms of that. The second thing is the subtitles. This is also useful for social media, right? We've added that in for you as well. So once a video is created, yes, after the video is created, you want to click on the subtitles option here like so. And let me show you here. And then you click on a video. So let's say, for example, this is my ketogenic diet video. Click select, boom. So now here, what we can do is we can add subtitles, word by word subtitles, animated subtitles, the different options, glow, stroke, scale, whatever, or let's say scale, right? Whatever, up to you. You can change the font size, right? Make it bigger if you want. Where do you want it? Center, top, bottom, you get the point, right? And then you can play around with all these elements here. You can even pick the subtitle language based upon the video language. Here this is English. I did English. You can do other languages as well. And you can edit the transcription if you want to as well, because auto transcribes the video for us. 99% of the time it's going to be accurate. If you don't like something, you can come back and click on this edit transcription and transcribe it, where you can edit the transcription a little bit. Let's say some words are off, you can do that. And just click on add subtitles with subtitles. I'll just make it, right? That's it. Simple. Nothing really fancy, right? Boom. It's going to start doing its thing. It's going to be adding the subtitles right now, and it's going to notify once you're done, correct? So we covered basically the merge videos now. We covered subtitles right now. And of course, we also, let me cover the media gallery, which is this one right here. So the idea is, remember, earlier, when I had to upload a song, when I have to upload a voice, I have to upload some images and stuff, I had to go through the flow, right? Meaning I go here, human video, blah, 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 and add it. You can do that beforehand as well. So if you go click on this aspect here, media gallery, you see here, I can generate a folder. So let's say, for example, I want to have a folder where I want to have my Paul's photos, right? This is my photos. All my photos I'll upload here. You click on it, and then you can upload all your photos here and keep it ready for when you want to use it in your projects. You see my point, right? So that is the reason why we've done it that way, right? Now, so let me actually, what I'm going to do, hopefully right now, I'm going to check some questions and answer them. But also while I'm doing that, we'll also basically, show you some case study videos of some users, what they've done as well to keep things fun. Because now you know how to create these videos, how do they look like, right? We'll talk about that. And I'll show you how those videos were created by the users as well, okay? That'll be fun. All right, so let's talk about the last one here, which is the singing and dancing videos, okay? So these ones, okay, this is our latest update. So in order to get this, right, if you click on this and you don't have this, like let's say you're just watching this video, you didn't follow my other videos, you're gonna go into this page. It's gonna ask you to give us a review in order to get this feature, okay? Because we're just rolling this out right now. So what it's gonna do is if you click on this and it doesn't open up, it's gonna push you to go to this particular page, okay? And it's gonna say post a review in Capterra. You're gonna get the singing and dancing videos with perfect lip sync feature. You're gonna get new motion templates for that singing and dancing. I'll talk about that now for those who already did this task. And then the Talking Photos affiliate program, which we're gonna give you access to today, right? In the part of this training session, you get access to. All you gotta do is just click on this link. Ideally, what you do is you click on it here, and then you just sign into your LinkedIn account, and boom, you're good to go. Okay, is that cool? That's all you really need to do. And then you contact our support team and we'll unlock this feature. Now, what is unique about this feature? From the past, like just the last couple of days, since we released this feature a few days ago to now, a lot of updates have been made. Okay, so let me talk about that. So let's go here. Let's click on the singing and dancing video. If you have not gotten the access to this, as I said, you follow the instructions and let our support team know. And if you still do not get access, you just follow up, okay? Reply to that email saying I still need access. Our team is available right now to enable it for you, okay? So, okay, click on that one. What is unique here? So, same concept, again, create new character and all that kind of stuff. Here, there's only two choices you'll have, okay? Either you generate a generic character or you upload your face, and then you cannot really create anything on it because we're focusing on only the facial part, like this area, okay? That is the reason why we do. So for example, like you can upload your photo from your computer or media gallery like so. Let's say I have my image, I'll go here, select. Or I like this image, I'll select, whatever, you get the point. Select, this is my image, right? And I put male, and then I can generate that same different styles with different hair color, different facial attributes. Let's say, for example, I want to put, let's say, for example, different eye colors and stuff like that, right? Or you generate the person, up to you, right? Basically, when you choose this is the key thing I want to mention here, right? So when you do this, okay, right? We basically we don't want you to enter this stuff because it's kind of pointless because we are only focusing on the face elements here, okay? So either you upload a photo or you generate the photo. That's it for this one. We made it simple, so there's no complications, okay? When you do the upload, you just go next. That's it. Because what we're doing is we're actually face swapping on any one of these dance moves. Since last update, we had like I think 4 or 5 year. We've added a lot more. In the next update coming up, which will be part of our next training, we're going to be having a ton more here added. We're just working on it right now in the studio, so to speak. All right, so the idea here is that what it will do is any one of these dance moves, any song you give it, it'll lip sync and keep the dance moves intact, which is perfect for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, this kind of stuff where there's trending songs and stuff like that you want to leverage, right? And it's going to maintain the lip sync even if the person is looking left, right, up, down. That is the magic here for this particular case, okay? And we have to make the system work, we have to make it within this framework because our lip sync system is pretty revolutionary because there's no application right now which can lip sync any kind of dance moves, right? Because the point is like there are cases where the hand moves on your lip like this and it covers your lips and stuff, and we've accounted for that as well, right? So anyway, the point is, let's say any one of these you like, right? I'll show you a cool thing here that you can do. Say, for example, I like this one right here, robot dance or whatever, right? So now you can click import audio. This can be any song. So let's say for here, This is the song I'm selecting, and boom, I have this right here. And then click next. Here, this is the new update we made. Okay, so what is the update here? You can change the background, okay, of the person here, okay, just from prompts, or you can change it from your own uploaded media. So you can upload a background as well here, up to you. So whatever background here will get replaced to whatever you desire. Okay. So for example, I can do it with prompts. Say for example, I can say beautiful beach. Okay. In with white sand during sunset, right? Um, that looks magical with a beautiful with a rainbow or something like something magical, right? Okay, so now click generate. What it's gonna do is it's gonna generate the background and put this dance moves on that background. Boom, like this. And you don't like this background, right? You don't like this background. And of course, it's going to do the face swap. So this face will be changed, right, to you, whatever photo you upload. But you can change it. You don't like this thing, you can change it. So you can play around with it. The other cool thing that we did is I'll show you, okay? So in cases where it's like this one right here is this way, right? So let's say you go back here and I want to show you this. Let's say this one right here. This person is walking, right? Right here. So let's just pick this one. Click next. You have that thing right here, right? So we have this person right here, or let's say we go back, I'll show you. I have this right here, right? And let's see, or this one right here, whatever the case might be, like this one right here. What we did is we did shadow concept. So this shadow of this person, it looks like this person is walking on the beach. Okay, so click next, and then you can say dancing video on the beach, right? And click render. So that is the basic idea here. Okay, so the reason why this is so powerful, we'll do other training sessions to cover them in particular, is all going to be about like why this is so powerful for certain TikTok videos and YouTube shorts and Instagram reels and stuff, because this is hot, right? The ability to get any song. You can take songs, even AI generated songs, right, from some platforms out there like Suno AI and some things like that, and upload them here as well and create videos rather than just an MP3 kind of wave type of audio, right? That is the other aspect of it. Okay, now, so what I'm gonna do now, I'll see some questions, and Ali, if you're seeing any questions, you can answer them. I'll showcase some user-generated videos in a couple of minutes and show you how they've created it, what was cool about it and stuff. And by that time, my videos will be finished as well. We can see those results as well. I think you're muted, by the way. Yeah. And you can post your questions, by the way, folks, in the meantime. Okay.
Hey, how you doing, everyone? Welcome to, welcome to the call. I've been sitting here just monitoring questions. So I've made a list of them, and I think what we're going to do is I'll mention a couple of now, but when it comes to tutorials, so one of the key things I think moving forward, there will be a number of brand new tutorials that will address many of the issues. For example, you know, can we upload a video background? So some of these, especially with the technology in place already, when it comes to the background. Okay, yes, you can designate depending on the prompt if you're specific on what you want. So what I'll do, let me just actually bring this up on my side also. Let's get this up. Okay, let me
Yeah,
share my
sure, go ahead.
screen. Because I think moving forward, there will be some aspects that are going to be a little bit more advanced. So I'll explain what that means. So let's just say, when you come into, let's just select any new character. Okay, so when it comes to the prompt, there's another thing that you don't have to look at, but when it comes to editing a negative prompt. So that's one thing we mentioned when you enter a prompt here. But anything you don't like that you don't want the AI to generate, make sure this is the field where you put it on. So say, for example, maybe you want to create a background that's not blurred or something more specific. You can actually put that in there. So it understands these are the things you don't like opposed to the things you don't mind happening. Okay. I think this was a mention. I thought it would be great just to mention it for those that want a bit of clarity. So when it comes to the prompt, let's just begin. I think first thing is creating the green screen background. One of the questions is, can you create a green screen background? So let me add that right now. So let me get rid of pause. Let me add mine. So everyone, can you see my screen, right? So straight away, let me just cover this while the screen is on. So edit negative prompts. So anything you don't want the AI to generate, anything specifically that you do not like, maybe you don't want somebody overweight, maybe you don't want them to have freckles, maybe you don't want them a particular style or colored hair, maybe eye color, anything that you do not like, just make sure you put on. Maybe you might be working for a client, or maybe you have a particular project that you're working on. They might have certain terms and conditions in place, things that you must avoid, certain maybe colors or superficial aesthetics, whatever it may be. These are the things you can place in. So very, very important. You might have certain requirements from a client or even your own projects that you can put in there. So coming back to the prompt, say for example, create. Actually, let me see if I can pull up this. So choose media gallery. Let me see if I've got my image up here. Let me see. Let's have a look. Let's go back. So this is another really important point. So something called the media gallery is where you can create your folder. Okay, so create your folder and have everything organized. So this is going to help you streamline the entire process. I'm not teaching anyone to suck eggs. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with this already, but this just keeps everything nice and streamlined, and everything's nice and exactly where you want it to be. So it's not going to be here right now, but anyway, let's go back. Let's create a male aged 35, no, 35, let's say 35. I'm not 35, much older than that, but 85 with silver hair. Okay. And one thing naturally, I want to repeat, because I know Paul's mentioned this, but naturally, for some reason, sometimes I want to put a comma or full stop. Okay. So avoid that. As hard as it may be, avoid putting a comma or full stop. Okay. Just have it flowing. Just forget about your grammar. Okay. When you do this, you can just completely ignore it. So create a male age 35 with silver hair with a green background. Okay. Or you could type in chroma key. And be more specific. So let's just go for this. I'll put in male. And another key thing is as well, just to mention, sometimes even if you type in male here and you've selected female, this will always override what you've put in there. So, try to keep them congruent. You don't have to add male, but be more specific and it will pick up the prompt there. So once I've done that, let's just go and generate. Again, this is up to you how specific you want to be. The more specific you are, the better result you're going to be, especially with AI. Okay. And here's another key thing I'll just mention, because I know a question pops up. So if you feel that you may not be very creative when it comes to creating prompts or even the storyboard, etc., and look, I'm not going to jump in this too much today, because I think next week onwards we're going to be more specific in the training. Okay, much more clearer. However, don't be afraid to use things like ChatGPT. Okay, to create a nice structure and even a prompt that can be more specific and help you in that creative angle if you're not so creative. So straight away, what you're seeing now, there's a gentleman here, clean shaven. We haven't designated an ethnicity. We haven't designated any kind of weight or anything like that. We've got this very, very generic. We'll let AI do it. So create a male age 35 with silver hair with a green background. So what you're seeing right now, I want to be very specific with this. So one thing you can do, as you're probably aware now, is by creating a chroma key background or green background, we can first of all, we can download this image. Okay. We can download it. And remember, one of the other key things is, can you create a different, like a plain background? Yeah, you can. Just be specific in the prompt. So if I want a white background, maybe a particular color. The reason why, because when you're creating videos, especially with thumbnails, you can take the image and you can create a thumbnail based off this image right now. And many of you be already familiar with, if you're going to third-party sites, so you're trying to build this stuff with Canva and so on and so forth, it's very expensive. But here it's congruent with the video, so you can create essentially thumbnails all inclusive with this app. So it just keeps things very, very easy for you. And another key thing I want to mention, every time a character is generated, one thing you'll probably see is that the character is always going to be center aligned. Okay, they're always going to be centered, right? Just to make everything clear and everything's crisp. However, if I have the green background, okay, and I use a third-party app like, let's just say Adobe Premiere, or I go to Camtasia, there's nothing stopping me from removing that green background and replacing that person or that position of the person with my third-party video editor. So that's another key thing for many that did want to ask, can you add a green background? That's exactly how you do it. Let's go ahead and select, do I want to add a bit? Now let's keep them as so. And I think these were some of the most requested gestures that people wanted. So one of the key things, like no hand movement. Again, one thing I draw your attention to, because there's a question that comes up, as long as you understand what is the intention behind the video that you're creating, will allow you to understand what is the kind of gesture or emotion you're trying to attach to the video. So I know we're going to be very short in this video, but from next week we'll be a bit more specific in exactly what we're trying to target. But I'm just trying to open your mind that when you're creating videos, there has to be intention. First of all, why you're creating the video, and everything will lead from that. The kind of emotions you're trying to evoke. Are you creating a sales video, you're creating educational video, tutorial, maybe for customer support? There's so many different things you can use this for. Even your own, TikTok channel, creating a viral video, whatever it may be. So depending on that emotion, you can create, like Paul mentioned, create your very first foundational video. It might take up to 15 to 20 minutes, whatever it may be. However, once you got the first brick down that foundational video, any video there on after that you create, it's like for like if it's 20 seconds, it'll take maybe 20 seconds, etc., etc. It'll be much more rapid, 2 to 3 minutes there on after. So this is a great way that the very first video might be 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it may be. The second video could be a continuation of the story or your script, and it could be much shorter, but with an expression that you could then assign, something more graphical, something a bit more excitable, etc., etc. So you can now kind of create as many videos as you want, because you're going to merge them later, but you can create emotion in the story of the video that you're creating. More so, you could actually put yourself into the video that you're creating. So, kind of think of becoming, someone that's going to create a story in there, or you could keep it simple. Okay, let's just create this gentleman here. And another great thing is that there's nothing stopping you. If you just expand it, you can actually see the emotion in play and see if this fits your narrative that you're trying to create or the emotion you're trying to assign to the role. Okay, so there's a whole host of different emotions. So this has been very thought about, especially when it comes to gesturing. Some people don't want hands, some people want subtle hands, or etc., etc. So invoke a little bit of thought process, trying to make your videos entertaining. But I think later on we will give you a free guide how you can create viral videos, and guides how to get the most out of talking photos, and coming on later on we'll do more training on this. So let's go for both hands and facial expressions. And even though I selected the woman here, just as a clarification, even though I've selected a woman, don't worry, that's not what's going to be generated. It doesn't matter what gender the emotion that you're selecting, where it appears as a male or female, ultimately, as long as it's a male in your character section here, that's what it's going to be appear. Okay, so don't get worried, because I know some of the questions sometimes there's a bit of confusion. So we've got different languages. Now I think this was key, because when it comes to languages, there's going to be different dialects. Okay, so even though you've got English, so many different English languages here, yes, they are going to be different dialects also. And plus with the voices, these are going to kind of, think outside the box, see how the voice might link in with the emotion of the gestures that you're placing. Because it's been created, the interface is created so simply to make it as simple as possible to use. But you've got to understand the complexity in the background, that all of this stuff is happening in the background, so extreme. Okay, but it's made to be simple. So these things you should kind of factor in. And I would say a good tip is that if you do want to create a script, if you're using ChatGPT, it'll actually help you through the script, and it'll say where you can ask it specifically where to put certain emotions, what would be the best emotions for the script of the video that you're trying to create. So it will absolutely map everything out for you and tell you exactly where you need to add certain elements. So another key thing is when you're coming here, speed. So that was another question. Can you, sometimes, yes, you can create in the basic, normal speed. And then if you do upload it to a third-party video player, yes, you can increase or decrease that speed itself. However, if you want to create off the bat straight away, you want to upload it, you can actually increase the speed. Why? Because sometimes people react more better or pattern interrupt when you do a faster speed. They're listening much quicker than opposed to maybe you may feel that you're speaking slowly, or the text-to-speech is not as fast as you would like it. You can actually increase it. Again, with the pitch, you can increase or decrease that volume of how it's going to come across. Alongside those emotions you have, and also the voices, some are emotional, but some of the emotions. So the reason I'm going to mention emotions here is when, like I just mentioned, when you're creating, say for example, you've created part one of the video, a segment of your video might be 5 seconds where you might have a call to action. Hey, purchase now, buy now, take action now, right? Then you could create a snippet of that video with that kind of a gesture, and you can apply, excited, emotional voice with it. Or if you really want to go and knock this out of the park, there's nothing stopping you from creating your own voice from scratch. Okay, so this is great if you're doing training videos, tutorials, presentations, maybe you're doing customer support videos, onboarding, and some other great things. We've got Christmas coming up, got November. What's it called? Halloween coming up. So, well, Halloween's nearly over, but Guy Fawkes and promotional periods. There's nothing stopping you from creating promotional products, promotional ads, or it could be, sometimes you'll see people creating personal promotional videos for friends and family that you could be sending out. Something quick and quirky that you probably didn't even think about. And some people are actually selling it the service, but I'm just going to let you know. So you can create, customized videos like that in your own voice. And again, you have the ability to import your own audio. So with this text to speech, again, ChatGPT or any kind of AI that you're using, it will help you create that script, and you can create that voice. So import speech. Another thing, what we're going to do is if we go to import audio, let's have a look. Import audio. Let's see what we have. Okay, some have already done it already. And this was a great thing. So when I was trying this out and I was testing it, I thought it would be great. Now I can create a mascot that's going to be a representative of Talking Photos AI. Now, there's nothing stopping me from then creating a 2D or 3D mascot as an animal, or even I can convert myself into technically an animal. As crazy as that sound, right? So even though, yes, the animal videos are just going to be specific animals, and yes, it's only going to be facial movements or the head movements. However, if you're thinking about an animal or mascot, you can also convert yourself into an own mascot. So for those that are thinking, I don't want to get on video, I don't want to have my, I'm a bit shy or I'm reluctant. I have I've got another occupation I'm doing. I just don't want to be online. I don't want to have that, online trail. Now you can create essentially your own avatar or a faceless video essentially of somebody else, something that's completely brand new, someone that's unique, that's actually generated by AI, and you can create a whole business around that. Okay, so coming back to import audio, once I do that, I play it, I make sure it's the correct one, and then I go to next. And this is another key thing. So just for, I guess, housekeeping, when you're doing project names, I would always suggest when you're creating the project name, if you're creating a storyboard of multiple different sections of videos that you're then going to go later and merge, name them precisely so it's much more easier for you to then follow on. Okay, so yes, some of you may be doing certain things like like doctor, or maybe what's it called, maybe not private character, hairdresser, nurse, dentist, roofer, someone might be a personal trainer, something more seasonal, holiday, whatever it may, whatever industry, have everything really cleaned out. So say, for example, if I'm doing this and I'm talking about, let's say, training video, okay, video for talking, if I can spell, talking videos, part 1, okay, or part 1, number 1, whatever it may be. That way it's much more clean and tidy for you then to find it's much more organized. You don't have to, but sometimes just a bit OCD. So then later on when it comes for you to start merging those different segments. So if I come back, let's go for this. Let's go to another video. Okay, let me kind of show you. So if we went to, some of these are being made, so these are some of the ones that I made. Okay, so like I said, yes, if you are going to create a video and you're using an animal video, then you can't really transfer or use your own picture for video. However, if you want to create a mascot using a 3D cartoon, here you can see I use the prompt of making a raccoon. Okay, so you can see there's a picture of a male, but he's got a raccoon body. So you can do stuff like that, which is something unique, something different, and it's very good. However, what we're going to do is if we go here, let's have a look. It should have subtitles. Now, this is another key thing I think is really, really important. You also have the ability of downloading the subtitle files. Okay, so let's see if we can get this open. Okay, it's not going to open on here. However, this is some places will actually charge you a lot of money just for getting these files or getting them transcribed. So you can pick them up and you can use them in other third-party apps. Okay, so if we come back now, let's have a look. Let's go create video. Let's go human video. Let's use a previous. So this is another thing. If you've already created a character before, what will speed it up? If you go to choose a previous character, the AI has already have that understanding, it has that knowledge and that intelligence that's already created it. So the foundation has already been set. So it's much more faster and rapid in generating part two. If I wanted to do so, if I want to make continuation. So here you can see Santa Claus is here. Let's go for this gentleman here. So spokesperson for Talking Photos AI, the one that I've created. So if we go here, you can see hi there, etc., etc. And let's go for yes, we've got import speech. Let's go to next. Okay, so those are the same motions. We don't have to change anything. Now, what I want to do, let's go to add subtitles. Let's go to a video that I've chosen. So ideally, we want to go find that spokesperson. I go to him. So this is how we would add subtitles for those that are asking. Now, why would you select subtitles? Subtitles are really important, believe it or not, because nowadays, I don't know, many of you will be naturally drawn to reading subtitles for whatever reason. But remember, your consumers or your viewers may not be able to hear, right? They may have a hearing impairment. So you also should be thinking about outside the box that yes, you may have an audience that are strict in viewing only and they have that hearing impairment, so they can read, right? So the good thing about this is that yes, when you're going through the subtitle section, just make sure that you do assign the correct video language source for your particular video, because the AI will have to obviously detect and make sure it's the correct language that you designate. Yes, there are different dialects of English. Just make sure you select the right one. So all of this stuff, I'm not going to go through it, but there will be a comprehensive tutorial. There's one already, but I think we will probably make this a bit more specific, so you can have standard word by word or animated. You can see how that will just flow. So each word will be highlighted by that blue color. And yes, when it comes to the subtitles, you can actually customize that, and you can actually increase the size of those subtitles to make them pop more and different, even the different colors. So you can see that on screen right now, how we can actually change it. So these little things like this. Now you won't probably believe this, well, you probably will. When you're creating a video like this, typically what will happen, you'll have to go to a third-party source, like I think like rev.com, where depending on the length of your video, they will charge you the length of your video, and they will have somebody transcribe it. They even actually have AI as well to transcribe, or you can have humans involved. And then you will have to pay for the length of the video, the transcription. Then they will send you a file. Once they send you that file in an SRT file, then you'll have to then re-upload it, and you'll have to match it on your video. It's a very long, complicated process. I know, because I've seen it and I've tried. It's a complete headache. However, now you don't have that difficulty. You don't have any of that headache. So this is perfect now when it comes to creating videos and applying those subtitles. Now, let's just keep it nice and red. All these other elements of fonts you can add, all these beautiful different fonts. You can change the alignment. Why would you want to change the alignment? I was thinking, why would I want to change the alignment? So this might be a question that you're asking. Now, I want you to imagine, if I've got a green screen in the back, how amazing would it be? I can change the position of the person or the placement on the screen. So I could have the subtitles on the right, and I could have the product image on the left. A nice clean area that can be designated, that highlights different features and benefits, different graphical assets, or anything relating to the product, or maybe something that's representing what I'm saying, right, in an image form. So these things are really, really important. I think we'll cover them later on, because it's a bit more advanced level stuff when we look into it. Because yes, on the face of it, you think, talking photos, is it something that's just going to be a bit of fun? No, believe it or not, when it comes to using it in marketing, it's gonna be a huge asset to you in generating sales, generating more revenue, and even building your brand, your audience, building a database, selling products, etc., etc. There's a whole host you can do with this, but you got to know exactly how to use it. So I would say, as you're using this anyway, just get familiar with it and enjoy using it, and get to master these basic aspects of it. So another thing here, you got the opacity of the box. So if you want it nice and subtle, so it's not too strong, we can make those little changes. And the other thing that I like about it will take some time if I select it, but you can actually go ahead and edit the transcript. Now, generally, most of the time, it's very accurate. However, if there's anything you kind of want to change, you can make those edits specifically, and it also show you the time code of where that text will appear. Okay, so I'll say that again. So once it's done, when it actually processes this, it will show you the specific timestamp of where the subtitle will appear. Okay, so if you feel like you want to add something, change something around, make some edits, or something's maybe not to your liking, you can do all of that great stuff from the inside of this. Okay, and then later on, you saw, yes, you can download the SRT file, the subtype file, and you can keep for yourself. So
Yeah, just
that's
a
another
couple of
great.
things I want to add
Yeah,
in here, Ali, while you're at.
sure.
So some questions came in. One of them was like, do subtitles need to be entered manually or are they taken from the audio file? They're taken from the audio file automatically. Okay, you don't have to do any manual stuff. That'll take you forever, right? Now, the other question was like, cases like this, how do I make a video, two people talking to each other? That's where the merge video comes into play. This was about this, even Anthony was asking, Ben was asking. I'll talk about that in just a sec. But to really understand the concept, right, let's talk about some user generated videos, then we'll give you some ideas of how two people can talk to each other, right? So I want to show you a couple of things right here. Check this one out.
You know, you can now use Talking Photos AI to create 3D anime character videos as well as talking animal videos, and guess what more new features are on the way?
All right. So just a quick point. You see, this was actually a user generated one. I didn't create it. So in the beginning, I was like, wow, that's crazy. So they had a talking banana here, right? How do you generate this, right? So how do we do this right now? So that's what I wanted to show you folks here, okay? Because it sounds cool. Yeah, sure. But how do we create it? So very simple, okay? I'll show you some of these other examples and how to create them in the application, because it'll give you some ideas of how you can create this, not just an animal, but like really unique characters and creations to create captivating videos, right? And you can merge them too to create conversation. Like I could talk to the banana, for example, right? Where I say, hey, how are you doing today? And it'll reply, I'm doing great, blah, blah, blah. I'll show you that workflow in just a bit. That's with the merge ones. But let's talk about how to create something like this. Because this goes beyond what I just showed you earlier on, right? These are all user-generated videos. So I'll show you this one first, how do we create it? And then I'll show you another example in just a sec. All right, so I'm in the application right now, right? So let's just zoom in so I can show you. So you can create video. This is particularly the banana is kind of like an animal almost, right? So you click on animal video here, right? And then you have this character here. I'll create it in this aspect ratio so you can see it more clearly, okay? But it doesn't really matter, the aspect ratio. Here, you can put the prompt you want. Let's say in this case, it's a male because there's a mustache, right? Again, going back to it, how does it look? This one, mustache, right? So how do we recreate it? So all we do is just we paste the prompt in of that banana. How do we want to create it? Simple, like so. And then you create it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but the point I'm making is, you know, a single yellow banana character wearing a formal dark suit, right? And basically you can talk about the background and stuff, and then boom, it creates it right here, right? And then you can generate it again. So let's say if you generate it again, let it do its thing, and then it's gonna do it this way, you see? So it can generate this type of stuff. And then now all you gotta do is add the voice, audio, text to speech, song, whatever, and you can create now a character just out of thin air, just off of a single photo. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat box. Does that make sense? Just raise your hand. It makes sense what I'm talking about. Because this means you're not just creating deers. You can create a talking banana, talking apple. I don't know. You can create all kinds of crazy things, right? Somebody created a talking glass man. I remember. Somebody was asking about superheroes, right? You can do it now, right? With this type of stuff. With superhero though, if it's more realistic, human-like, I would probably go to the 2D cartoon format rather than like the animal one, because this is more of that set. I want to show you another example, Michelle, from our customers created. Let me show you this one.
L'autre jour, j'étais en forêt, et qui je vois? Michel Michel le chasseur.
So this is in French, right? So what I kind of want to talk about here is the board that is being holding has text in it, right? So you can do that too. This is how you would do it, okay? So again, same concept, right, as what I did earlier. So in this particular case, this was the talking banana. So again, like you want a male or
Prends
female?
pour
In
le
this
roi de la
particular case, that was a male. So like you just right click, whatever, you can paste the script here, and then whether it's signed with the name Michelle, I'll say Paul, right, and then click generate. So now what we can do is, again, you can generate characters that you desire, any amount of them you wish, that can talk, sing, right? And basically with perfect lip sync, again, like this. You see this? And now you're not happy with it, you can change the attributes of it, right? And then you can play around with it, right? Because every time you generate, it generates a brand new type of style of image, okay? And photo. So that's the basic idea. So now let's assume let's assume now you created the talking banana video or my video, whatever, doesn't really matter. You can then now generate next and then use your whole text to speech or your voiceover, importing your audio and all that kind of stuff. We already discussed this, right? Now, in terms of getting two people to talk together, how you do it is you just go to merge videos, click on add video. So let's say I am talking, this is me first, right? That's me with subtitles. Click select, and this is me. Now I'm talking to the cartoon doctor in this particular case, or the cartoon deer, let's say this is the deer. And then boom, I click select. So now what you do is you create two videos, conversational. This is video 1, video 2, and then I can add video 3 and on, and then the conversation can continue and on and on and on, right? That's the basic idea. And that's the reason why we did it this way too, because now you don't have to worry about, being confined to one thing. You can have a human talking to an animal, talking to a 3D cartoon, talking to a superhero, talking to a realistic, all that sort of good stuff here across, right? And you just click next and you generate it. So that's the way you could do it conversational style, right? One after the other. And you don't have to be confined by one stylistic element, okay? Now I want to show you a couple of examples of users. Like this one was pretty cool. I want to show you.
क्या समझती हो अपने आप को एक आदमी के सिर पे होगी घास खा रही हो तुम्हें कोई शर्म है तुम्हारी कोई इज्जत भी है
This was in Hindi. It was generated by one of our basically customers. So in this particular case, what he did here is that, again, going back, generated this as a 3D character, okay, in particular. So if you go back here, same thing. Go to 3D character and then go to 3D here and then generated this character, right? And basically entered the prompt in. So you put male, and then you can put whatever ethnicity you want and you can generate it, whatever ethnicity this person was, let's say, and then you can generate the same flow, right? Or you can even go this way. Let's watch this.
Photos.ai is a website that offers software which enables users to transform static photos into lifelike videos with talking, singing, and emotional expressions. The software features advanced AI technology, perfect lip sync, multi-language support, and the ability to upload and create videos with your own voice. Users
And this is not created by us, this is by users, so it's pretty cool, right? I want to show you another variation of this with like a robot with like realistic face, right? Check this.
I am ZR 2090, an autonomous robot from the year 2090. Time travel technology has advanced significantly. My purpose here is urgent, to warn you. AI systems became so advanced that they began to operate independently, surpassing human control.
Yeah, but we won't be alive in 2900, so it's all good. All right, so basically now that's the other approach, right? And then this is also 3D, by the way, with more realistic face. So what he did here is he created the robot with their face being uploaded on the 3D cartoon area. So in this particular case, what they did, uploaded their face here under the drag and drop element here, and then entered a robot prompt here. That's how it was done, okay? Why I'm telling you this stuff is some stuff that we teach, right? You can go beyond that, right? Like with this application, because your creativity is in your hands, because any photo can be created into talking, singing video, right? And dancing for that matter. And that is revolutionary in a sense, because now you can create any video with a prompt with AI. So like, let's say a year ago or so, we were discussing the same topic, I would have said, oh, okay, take a perfect photo of you in a studio with a green screen background. Now it has to be perfect lighting, perfect blah, blah, blah. Now you take that photo and then you upload it here and then we can make that talk, right? The problem is that is only one style of photo. What if I want to have me wearing glasses? What if I want to basically have me having a different hair color? What if I want to make that robot style video of me, right? I can't do that. What if I want to do 3D cartoon style? So that's the beauty of AI that we have in our fingertips now that was not available before, right? Like say something like this one. This is Jorge created, a customer in Spanish. Check this.
It was fabulous. It was worth the wait, although if I want to sing, it seems I have to pay.
And another day, let's pause and reflect. Today was your canvas, painted with your actions and thoughts. Some days are masterpieces, others are lessons learned. But every sunrise brings a new canvas. Tomorrow is a fresh start to chase dreams.
में मुश्किलों का आना पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ है और उनमें से हंसकर बाहर आना आर्ट ऑफ लाइफ है.
So this is also Hindi, okay? So different languages, as you can see here. And check this one out.
I am Jessica, the latest recruit for ai-consultancy.org.uk. In fact, I'm one of their new spokes animals. I am here to give you a special offer not to be missed. We help charitable sector organizations access.
Let's try another
Whoever
one.
said, diamonds are a girl's best friend, never experienced luxurious bling gin.
So this is more realistic style, as you can see here. So you can play around. What I'm trying to say is that this is creativity at its peak, and we'd love to see more of your videos being posted in our Facebook group, right? So in our Facebook group, we're always posting, having users, encouraging you folks to post stuff, because other people will learn from your creations, you know, and what you're doing, right? Like at the end of the day, right? Like what we are doing, you're doing, and that sort of thing. Okay, so so that's the other idea. So check this out. So this one was another user posted this one. Check this out, a singing video, dancing. Then there's this one right here posted. This one right here posted, as you can see here, Pamela. This one was posted by Mark, as you can see here. This one was by Susan. I can keep going on and on, like this one right here. So you can learn the perfect outputs, right, based upon users. So that's why we're recommending you folks to come in our Facebook group and be always announcing prizes for people who comment or keep posting in our group the stuff, because we also want to learn, right? And sometimes we do creations that even I didn't think was possible, like that talking banana. I never even thought our application could do that until somebody actually basically created the application. They broke it, so to speak, on its maximum capacity, right? So like this one right here, she made it conversational between a cat. Sorry, Dwayne here made it between a cat and a human talking back to back. So you see my point, right? And this one right here, it says a monkey, right? And with the tiger here in astronaut costume. Pretty cool, right? She merged it. Cheryl did this. And this one right here, Judy. This one right here by Rodney, first time doing this video. So she's doing on the beach here, as you can see, pretty cool. But you get the point, right? What I'm saying is, yeah, this one right here, you can see what other people are doing. Like this is a talking parrot, and look at the thing. The parrot is looking this way and it still works, which is kind of funny. I didn't know it was possible. So that's the good thing, right? We are also learning this technology as we go with what users do, and we can always make it better based upon that. Look at this one right here. This one right here by Norm here, right? Beautiful background here. So this is the idea. So one of the easiest applications, of course, to use, but very flexible as well in what you can achieve beyond, right? So now we got the idea through, right? So we'll answer some other questions as well. Ali will be here to answer them as well. We're checking all of them as well. But I kind of wanted to make that final point through. And, you know, if we'll talk about our affiliate program as well right now, which you can get access to right now. So I will be emailing the details of the affiliate program. But for those who are here already, kind of can get access to it as well. Right here. So this is our affiliate program. You can go to this link. This is access that we're giving to only customers right now, or like people who are very big influencers, that kind of thing, but you don't have to worry about. So this is the affiliate program. You can just get a bunch of links and then you can, you know, promote and stuff. It's very straightforward. We give you the details. It's very exclusive in a sense. We're only giving it to folks who, you know, did some process. We've asked, read the review and everything. The point though, what I wanted to explain, and you can let me know in the chat box, right? Imagine this, right? You created videos like this, and I'll leave the link in the chat for you folks. And of course, we're gonna also, I'll send you an email as well with the details for this one. And we'll be doing more training on this as well, by the way, as we go along. So anyway, the point is, imagine you like here, Norm posted this video, right? So many people generally comment in Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, how did you create this video? I mean, I know it's pretty cool. How did you do it? Then you can just basically, at the end of the day, and that's what the link, unlock bonuses, that's the link you want to go to review to unlock that affiliate program as well, as I mentioned, along with the dancing videos. But anyway, when you post it to TikTok or YouTube Shorts, at the end of the day, you're going to get a lot of people saying, how did you create that video, right? Then you can just mention Talking Photos and you'll get a commission for every time buddy who comes in and purchases it. That's as simple as that. So we're going to be rolling out some training on that for you folks coming in next as well, because it'll be a game changer. I'll tell you as an example, right? There's so many channels out there which use mascots, right? Like talking bananas and you know, beavers and like, say, for example, cartoon characters, superheroes and all this stuff, right? Cats. You get the point. The thing is that like a lot of people will ask you, hey, how did you create it? And you can just refer Talking Photos, and then a lot of people buy, and you can just generate a revenue stream that way as well, which is really powerful. And the other thing as well, like you see this one right here, somebody already created it, Artidonio here. He created somebody with the background and all these other cool effects and stuff like that. So imagine how many people would ask, right? Like, how did you create a video like this, say, for example? Or like this one right here, Joshua right here with the talking dog who's a doctor, right? With subtitles and stuff. So you get my point, right? Like this one right here, Alexander. My point I'm making here is that like that is the thing we'll be covering as well. Because when you talk about traffic, right? We all know these types of videos. We'll show you a lot of case studies in the next training session as well. How to get traffic, leads, and sales with these types of videos. Now, if you don't have a product or service that you want to push it, why not just do it saying, hey, this is how I created the video. Now go and get Talking Photos. It's a simple, straightforward purchase setup, and then we'll pay you commission on that. We do all the marketing, customer support, I have updates, all that kind of stuff, training. You get the point, right? So that's a super powerful thing, because what's happening right now, folks, especially outside of even the English market, the Spanish market, Portuguese market, Hindi market in India, and on, right? We can keep going. The multilingual videos is getting insane reach on YouTube, Shorts, Instagram Reels, as well on TikTok and stuff like that. So we're going to show you that. Now, when you got the views, how do you monetize it, right? We're going to be talking about that. The easiest one is the Talking Photos affiliate program, because you can refer that. People will come, they're like, oh, wow, this is great value. I see the potential of this. They'll buy, you get a commission, right? We handle the support, updates, everything behind the scenes, right? So we'll be talking about that as well in the next training sessions, about monetization, getting results, and all that kind of good stuff. And also, we'll be taking in your feature requests as well. Behind the scenes, what we have is an internal list of features we want to add in. After that, we are noting those, and we're finishing up like that background removal thing, right? For the song ones, right? So for example, if I go back here real quick, if you remember, in the case of that singing and dancing videos, right? We have that choose background option, right? This one right here, where you can change the background with a bunch of prompts, right? So people were asking, oh, like we want that. We added that in without even having to put in our roadmap, because we know it's important. Similarly, a lot of people wanted, in this particular case, the motions with no hand movements. We added that in. You don't have to wait for it to be in roadmap and stuff, because we know what's important, right? We added those in as well, right? And we're adding a lot more here as well. And even for that dancing videos, we'll be adding about at least 300% more templates and stuff like that as well here, right? And we're working behind the scenes to speed up the rendering and all that. Like I told you, if you reuse the exact components, the motions and stuff, it'll render much more quicker, right? So if you go back to my videos that I showed you earlier on, right? Remember the dancing video? So if I play this, watch this. So this is with me, you see, my face, right? Dancing, and then it's on the beach, right? And do the perfect lip sync and everything else like that. And does it in record time. And similarly here, you can see right here, ketogenic diet video. This is a vertical video, right? So look at that, pretty cool, right? And look at her head movement, her eye blinking, the lip sync, and the hand movements is very subtle, because that's what the template I chose. So if I want to reuse it, again, it'll keep the same hand movements as you can see here, right? And generates in record breaking time. And so that was the other video. This was that cartoon deer. This was my other video where I merged it. So this is me again talking, right? And then let me fast forward this thing real quick. It'll be another video of me here and here, and then this is another dancing video. You see, you can merge the videos. This is a 3-minute video. You can merge. It takes a couple of very quickly. It's going to generate, right? A few minutes max. So you get the point, right? So the stuff that I was mentioning, this is the end result, right? Just so that you see it, you have a conclusion of what we started off today, right? So I'll pass it on to Ali to answer some questions. He was seeing all your questions as well as we go along. But just make sure that, because we don't want to drag this training forever to make it too long, what we want to mention is the next training will be all about monetization. How do you get traffic, leads, and sales? If you don't have a product or service already, how do you sell this as a service to clients around the world? To generate content for them, right? Because video is 85 to 90% of all content consumed on the internet right now. Yes, more than text, more than images, video, right? So it's going to allow you to do that. And then secondly, we're also going to be talking about if you want to sell Talking Photos as an affiliate, and we do everything, and then how do you basically organize it such that you get results. To get the affiliate program, all you have to do is when you click here, singing and dancing videos, if this is not active for you, you're going to be pushed into that link you see in the bottom, Talking Photos / review. Leave it. send us within a few hours, right? We're gonna enable that feature and also give you the link to the affiliate program, as well as you can sign up and get access to. And the next training session, you'll be ready to start generating some revenue doing this as well, if you don't have any products or service of your own to sell, or at the end of the day, if you also want to just make some extra money doing that, right? So that's the other option available we'll be talking about as well. And finally, the other thing that I wanted to mention is we're seeing your feedback in the comments. That's why we do this live training, okay? And also our Facebook group. So based upon the feedback, based upon how many people want something, we prioritize that in our training, okay? And as well as in our feature requests, right? So for example, Ali was showing that, right? Like in the media library, if I go there right now, this media library right now, right? For example, you can put folders right now. So that's a good homework for you. Like you can put folder for all your songs to go, all your photos to go, right? All your backgrounds to go, right? All your audios to go. This could be like any audio you want, all the text to speech stuff you want to put in, images you want, right? You can sort them out right now. Maybe you can even sort them based on companies, right? Let's say you're working as an agent because you have commercial license to this stuff, right? You can sell these videos to clients around the world, right? So maybe you want to put ABC company, then whatever. So these are all folders you can create based upon companies you want to work with, right? So that's the other option as well that you do. So what I wanted to give is you can post any questions you have as well down here. And yeah, appreciate that, the feedback as well, if you enjoyed the training. And I did not publish, that's irrelevant. So you don't have to wait until the review is published to get access to this stuff. We already have an internal database where we know it got published. It might not show up for you, but it will show up to us internally behind the scenes. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to wait for 3 days, 5 days, whatever, until the review publishes. We appreciate you anyway. So when you email our support team, basically we're going to give you access in a few hours. You should have already gotten it if you did it already last week, but depending on when you did it. But if you haven't, just let our support team know, support@talkingphotos.ai, right? In that page, you'll see the details anyways, in that review page. But we should get to, if you haven't, email our support team anyway now, because they're online right now. They're going to get in touch with you right now and get you access. Okay, so hope that is clear. All right, so if you enjoyed the training as well so far, let us know in the chat box. We would love to do more of them. The next one will be next week, okay, around the same time we're planning on, so that it keeps it consistent every week, the same day and that sort of thing. But if you guys have any ideas for other dates, let us know. But Ali, I'll pass it on to you now. If you see any questions you want to answer, you can take over the screen and go from there.
Everyone, just hopefully you remember where we were on edit transcripts. Okay, so it's already loaded up here. You can see I'll just quickly do this and then I'm going to show you moving over. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, it's going to tell you specifically where this text is. I'll tell you a good thing about this is, right, why this is going to save you a lot of time and money. It's telling you specifically where this text is. So imagine you create a video, maybe an instruction video, educational video, something that you may want to upload onto YouTube, whatever it may be. This will give you a timeline of the specific point in a video where you're going to talk about X, Y, and Z. So then you can take this information, you can make points of this, and then you can go and put it in the description, or you can actually lock it into YouTube. They have different parts on the timeline. You can assign a different topic or subject. So there's a lot if you think about how to utilize it. Now, another thing I'm going to mention. Somebody mentioned something, and I agree with them. I don't know if I'm going to find it now. Let's have a look. So something along the lines that, yes, it is a powerful software, but it's about the story, which I completely agree. So yes, it's like imagine now, I've got an aeroplane or some kind of aircraft that allows me to transport myself to any planet in space or any universe. If I don't really understand how to get the most out of it, it's just going to be a lump of metal that just stays static on some green grass, isn't it? If I don't know the full functions, I can't really get the most out of that craft, right? This is the same way. Creating a powerful or scripting a powerful story will allow you to create that emotion and the message you're trying to get across. It's just basic marketing. Now, for those that are thinking, but maybe when it comes to being creative, how do I come up with a story? Where do I begin? Where do I start? I've mentioned this, and I'm going to mention this again. ChatGPT is a very powerful free resource you can use. Okay, so just imagine this: if I'm on ChatGPT now, create a short script where I am promoting Talking Photos AI as an affiliate, okay, I want to create a short script VSL using the app and need your help. Okay, I will. You tell me the best length for optimum conversions and views. Okay, so I mean, again, it's about the prompt. I'm not going to go too much into it, but you be specific. Okay, you have to be specific with ChatGPT, as many will know, because if you're telling it, "Hey, act as an expert VSL script writer, copywriter, tell me, create a script that's going to get people hooked. They're going to watch it for longer. It's going to, there's going to be certain aspects of the copy that's going to allow it to convert highly and make sales." So be specific with it. Don't be shy to have that conversation with it. Weirdly enough. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you this, and then yes, later on we're going to cover this more specifically or extensively, how to get the most out of it. So it's telling me about 2 to 3 minutes, and check this out. It's giving me a voiceover, show a quick demo of Talking Photos AI, so I can create little snippets, voiceover, and it's telling me what I need to do, where I need to do it. So each one essentially is the speech, isn't it? Or if I don't want to use text to speech, I can record this audio for myself. Okay, or I can use the text to speech within the application. But can everyone see how simple this is? I do not need to do anything more than that. It's created everything for me. So I'll take it one step further. Can you create a character for this script and create a description? Do whatever let's just say you decide. Okay, so I'm taking it away from me, the onus. I want the AI to do it. So check this out. We've got, so right now we're building a brand new character that doesn't even need to be human. It could be a complete a mascot. You've got the appearance, character, the personality, the style, and the dialogue style. So these are the things that we can kind of assign. So can everyone see? Look, check this out. Milo has a warm, approachable face with large, expressive eyes. So I essentially could take this and make sure, I delete any of those full stops, any commas, anything like that. Or I could just copy and paste and say, hey, remove it, any grammar. And I can now use this as a prompt, right? So I want you to understand that it's very easy. I don't really need to be creative. I can allow ChatGPT, essentially. I can take an idea. I might have a very good idea, but I can actually fine tune it using AI, right? So I want you to, we can use the best of both worlds. Now, coming back to my videos now, if I scroll down, let's have a look, because I want to find some green screen, okay? So we should have some already here, just to kind of show you. Can you see this, everyone, right? So check this. We've got Dance in My Hair. Okay, so can you see it is being produced as a green screen video? Alongside that, we do have the other aspect ratio, especially if you're using for TikTok, Instagram, etc., etc. But let's just stick with the green screen effect. Can you see how that is? And there's a gentleman there doing some dancing. Looks very realistic. Now, just to touch on it, we'll cover this, and I'll probably have to show you a demonstration in the coming weeks. But it goes merge videos. This is another good point. So imagine this now. I've got hyper realistic video where it could be my own face. Let's just say we've got, let's say we got this talking gentleman here. Now, there's nothing stopping me from then going and finding that green screen effect. Okay, so somewhere down the line, maybe somewhere rendered. It's just a case of finding it. Let's see if we can find it somewhere. Might not be on here. Let's have a look. Because I want to show you something. I think I'm going to show you something, but here we go. Okay, so we've got this woman here, right? So I can have a conversation with this woman. Now, can you see what I could do? Let's just choose one more, and then I could revert back to me, right? Say this is part 1. But you can see, look, training video for talking videos. This could be a part 2. This could be part 2. This could be part 3. Now, there's nothing stopping me from, to keep this simple, I could download each segment myself. I can download each video as its standalone video, where I could merge it myself using a third-party video editing software like Camtasia or Adobe Premiere Pro, whatever it may be. Or I can merge these videos, part 1, part 2, part 3, as we had that script here. Look, we've got the part 1, part 2, part 3, right? And then what I would do, I can then again take it to my third-party editor software. I can remove that background and I can add animations. I could add, special effects. Alongside that, if I want, I can add audio effects. So you're not just limited. Think about, you could actually create a brilliant foundation, a great video itself. But if you want to go above and beyond and go to advanced level strategies, there's nothing stopping you from taking that video and really fine tune with different special effects and different audio pops, bang, whistles, adding the background, removing the green screen chroma key, maybe adding a video background, maybe some kind of something animated. Anywhere you want that character to be, that's something you can place. Okay, so these are the things that we will be covering in, but I want you to understand that we're not limited. That yes, there's certain things you can do with this, of course, but if you want to go above and beyond, if you've got maybe a hobby or passion or skill when it comes to video editing, you want to go one step further. The reason why I say this is because you may have clients or contracts or individuals out there that might want a service from you where you can offer green chroma key backgrounds, and then you sell them the original source file having the green background. Because I've done this myself, where I purchased a video where the background was white, but I wanted the source file, and it was an additional upsell charge for the green screen. Okay, so I want you to think, hey, how can I really maximize and monetize this? And you can actually imagine now another angle, just very quickly, and then we'll move on. That you could create different snippets of different niches and industries or categories of businesses that you could create. This could be a dentist, doctor, etc., and you could create different video ads, make advertisements for these companies or these corporations or these small to medium-sized businesses, whoever they may be, and sell them as done for you packages, like white label videos that they can come and slap on their own logo. And I've seen this, people, we call it like private label rights or master resale rights. They can use it as their self. They can go and have the rights to sell it. So there's a whole host, and I'm not going to get too much because I know I'll just keep going on. But there's so much you can do with this. It's just about packaging that information over the next few weeks, where it's really segmented and it's very, very specific. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now on this screen, okay, because we are going to draw this to a close now. On the screen, can you see where it says talkingphotos.ai/review? That will also be in the chat box. Now, if you go to that link, what's going to happen? It's going to bring you to this page. Okay, it's going to bring you to this specific page where it's going to allow you to unlock hidden features inside. Now, this is completely optional. You don't have to. However, if you come here, certain things like the singing dance video and different things that I'm going to share with you now, you can have access to. So, if that's something you would like, you want these extra, secret features, then it's just a couple of steps. If you follow them, we would appreciate it. It would help out as well, just to get, the exposure, get this in the hands of people, essentially, that would benefit from this. Alongside that, you're also going to have the opportunity before anybody else, because this is not released to the public yet. And I mentioned this on something in previous weeks regarding something else. You have an unfair advantage above and beyond anyone else right now, because they haven't got access to this next level AI tool, Talking Photos AI. Okay, everything that you have now, you have access to. You can see everything. You'll probably see similar like competitive products out there, but they won't have the advanced levels that we have right now with this. So you have the opportunity now of getting out there as a referral partner or an affiliate. Essentially, that's what they call it. So by you just referring other people, by even leveraging Talking Photos AI and creating content, posting on different social media forums, which we will get into in the coming weeks as well. Any people that come and say, oh, you know what, I need something like this. Anyone that clicks a link, which will be your affiliate link, you will essentially generate a 40% commission for every sale that is made. So, however, moving on, some of the hidden features, once you do go through this process, you've got singing and dancing videos with perfect lip sync that you saw. Okay, so you can you'll have access to this. New motion templates for singing and dancing videos. So there'll be brand new templates you'll get access to. And the key thing here is TalkingPhotos.ai affiliate program. And two more things that haven't been mentioned, and I'll make sure I talk to Sid and Paul that we'll make sure these are added, and you'll get them in the next coming days. Are there going to be two guides that you're going to get access to, which I think are going to be really important, but I think there's so much more we can create around this. So how to create a viral video with Talking Photos AI. So things like planning your viral video, choosing the right visuals, attention grabbing scripts, humor, relatability, etc., etc. The second one, create ways to maximize your experience with Talking Photos. So some of the things will be, some of the things that you haven't even considered or thought about. Many people won't have thought about, because you're thinking, well, I might be limited. No, you've got social media engagement strategies, business promotional techniques, education content ideas for family and friends, strategies for influencers, enhancing customer support, quick tips and tricks and getting started, advanced techniques and ideas, final thoughts and inspiration. So there's not only there's actionable steps, but there's a strategy, short and sweet. They'll just give you some ideas just to get you thinking outside the box. Okay, so those are also being made available. Now, in order to get all of this great stuff, but the key thing here right now is, I would say, one of the key things obviously is the platform itself, but Talking Photos, the affiliate program. Now we're talking about 40% commission on every sale that you're generating. Now the key thing here is that it's close to the public. No one has access to this. Hasn't even been launched on a mass scale like you generally would have on platforms out there. Okay. Now, in order to get access to all this amazing stuff, it's just a couple of simple steps. It says 3, but really it's a couple of steps. Okay. One step is you're just going to go and select click here. Okay, you see the link on the screen right now, talkingphotos.ai/Roo. Once you click that, it's going to bring you to this screen right now. So I want to kind of show you what it looks like. Now, once you come to this screen, Talking Photos, some of you may be familiar with Captera already before. Now, if you want to rate this as a 10-star, they don't. But, if you want to put 5, that's also amazing. How likely would you recommend Talking Photos? You probably don't want to recommend this to anyone because you want it all to yourself. I get that. I understand. I would do exactly the same. I want to be selfish. I want an amazing software all to myself. However, I know you're a very lovely person and this would be amazing to pass it on and really help those that really need it. So I know they don't have a 20 is very likely, but they got a 10. So we'll be more than happy if you go for a 10. What are the pros? We would love to know your feedback. It could be, not only are we now looking at the app, but also the training, even today, what's going on, everything that encompasses the platform and everything around it, even the team, so on and so forth. So cons, what did you least like? I think there's nothing you probably didn't like. I think you love everything and this should be removed. However, it's there. So if you want to put nothing, it's amazing. That's fine. That's also great. So we'll love it. So describe the overall experience. Anything lovely, don't hurt us. We don't want to cry, but we appreciate every single one of you. So that's it. Just those couple of steps. Once you've done that, alongside that, once you've done that, just then contact support at Talking Photos AI with a screenshot of your view. So just take a quick screenshot, send that across, and then within 72 hours, there or before, the team will unlock all of that great stuff. Now, if I now come to this page, so once you've done all of that and you get access then to the affiliate page, it'll be a couple of prompts, and next couple of weeks we will go through this a bit more specifically, a bit more broken down. So there'll be a couple of steps. You would create a free Pay Kickstart affiliate account, and then you would apply for your affiliate link. Once you've got your access, and you'll get a link, and it's just a simple case of just taking that link, and once you refer people, once you embed it, etc., anyone that clicks it, you'll be able to see all that data, all that information. And I think the key thing is you don't want to see the information, how many clicks you get, and you just want to see how much revenue you're generating, how much commissions you're making, and when you can actually get hold of it. So all of that great stuff is there for you to go. Okay, so up to 40% commissions on that. You'll get email swipes, graphics, etc. But those are the key things. So let me know if you have any questions. But yes, these things, I'll make sure they're added, okay, in the next couple of days. I think there's 2 ebooks, and if I'm honest, next week will be an enjoyable week. It will be ideally, or specifically, it will be Wednesday, the same time as we done today, and you'll see beforehand the topic that comes out, and then there will be a nice schedule about what's coming up, and we'll be more specific. So it's really important that even during the next couple of days, even if you leave comments in the comment section, even in the group, make sure you're in the group if you're not already. Once you're in the group, you can give suggestions of things that you want to get covered, because we take these things very seriously. And even as I've been on this call, I've accumulated a lot of feedback to see where people want to specifically go, and some of the questions that are being asked, and things that we can cover, whether it's tutorials, whether it's training, things that are specific. Now, for those that are thinking, what's the catch? How much are going to pay for this extra training? It's inclusive. Ordinarily, many businesses won't do this without some price and charge you an arm and a leg. So whenever you come on these calls, like we're doing now, keep your wallet at home. No, you're probably at home anyway. What I mean is hide your wallet. Give it to your partner. There's nothing for sale. Bring your partner on as well. Okay. If you've come to any other training. And one thing I do want to mention, those that have got access to ClickSites AI as well, because I think Reed mentioned this, is a really good question. Now you could take these videos, as there's nothing stopping you from taking these videos, you upload them to YouTube, etc., and you can take these videos that you create here and embed them on your ClickScience AI websites. Does that make sense? There's no limitations. Once you've got it there, you got your HTML code, you've got that URL, you can embed it on any ClickScience AI website that you so desire. So it could be another avenue of creating, a spokesperson or mascot or some kind of video, maybe instruction, maybe a promotional piece of content or asset for your websites also. So it works hand in hand. I think this is a really great thing that you could do. So what I'll do you need to pay for the affiliate pay? No. So in order for the affiliate program, once you've left a review, which is completely free to leave, you will get access to the affiliate program. Okay, the hidden feature number 3, completely free. There's no charges whatsoever. I want to make that very, very clear. Okay. Alongside that, you'll get a couple of more additional bonuses, which will be the singing and dancing perfect lip sync that I mentioned here, and create video. This new tab here, it will be unlocked. It will be locked, but once you do it, it will be unlocked and you'll have access to that you can actually go ahead. And alongside that, yes, you do have additional new motion templates for singing and dancing videos that will be given to you alongside that with the affiliate program and ebooks that will be coming up. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is the key, Ali. Listen to us, the beta testers, to make your product better. So this is really this is a really important point, that you, as you're testing this and your feedback is critical. It's not about, as long as it's constructive criticism, we're all over it. These things we take seriously, because it's about bettering the application and the product and even the service to you. Many of you will know, with Paul and Sid, many products, and you'll see it's all about how to improve upon what we have. So it's everything that encompasses it. It's creating that, a very unique, enjoyable, pleasant experience, isn't it? So how do I get to get the affiliate link? So once you've done it, okay, post your review to unlock it. So essentially what we'll do, an email will go out also for this particular link, okay, how you're going to get this. But essentially, yes, it will be sent out how you're going to get this with that information on there. Okay. But as I'll mention, it's talkingphotos.ai/affiliates. However, I think this information will go out and we'll cover this as well coming up. Okay. So I think I do this during the beta test period review. Okay, that's fine. So how to add upload button. So if you could be more specific, Askari man, how to upload the button, that would be, I'll be more than happy to help. So it's about awareness of problems and provide solutions. So we're all human race. Yep. So yeah, 100% I agree. It's just about getting that clear direction, knowing exactly what needs to be done, when it needs to be done. Affiliation, whatever it is. So yes, training typically, those that are on this, I know it's gone over 2 hours. As you know, when we try to do training, we try to keep it relatively short, like 60 minutes to 90 minutes. So I apologize. I thank you. I appreciate those that are patient, because English may not be your native language, and it might be a little bit fast or a little bit slow with that. But again, I appreciate every single one of you for joining and paying attention and just being here. I think that's the most important thing. So do you guys recommend using ChatGPT over Mistral? Both of them have pros and cons, but I can't recommend any one specifically, because it might be different for you, and God forbid anything ever went wrong, then I don't want to get blamed. But for me, I like ChatGPT. That's just my personal preference. That's my disclaimer. Okay. So Reed saying, when I'm doing a script, it's very simple, one sentence to describe what you want to accomplish, such an affiliate program for TalkingPhotos, then do the reasons, purchase, and advantages. So one thing I'm going to mention, okay? So one thing I will mention is those that are using it, great. I know many of you will be using it. Maybe some of you are new to it. So what I would say, you have this period until next Wednesday when we have the next call, and then we'll go more specifically into details and different components of Talking Photos, how to really get the most of it. It will be some specific subject or topic that will be honed in a specific area. That way we can be sharper with time as well. So I would love for many of you, if not all of you, in that time frame, you've got essentially 7 days, isn't it? Become familiar with it. Don't don't overthink it and think, I need to create some kind of Steven Spielberg style video. No, just start playing with it. Start, getting familiar with all the tools. So all of the functions and the abilities here, all the tabs. Okay, aspect ratio, generate face. Just get familiar with the prompts. Just enjoy using the prompts. And then next week, things that we can look at: how to create the perfect prompt, how to make sure you have your edit, paying attention to negative prompts, how to apply that, choosing the correct motion, these things that will make a great video. And I just want you to think, it's so easy to generate these videos very, very quickly. It's about how quickly you can get these videos out, because that's the difference. It's sometimes it's not making a perfect video, like one perfect video that takes you 10 days. You don't need to do any of that. You could create essentially at least 10 videos in one day very easily. I'm just giving you a conservative number. Create 10 videos and just getting it out there. Because the more videos you have out there, the more real estate you have out there. It could be you make 100 videos, but that one video you create goes viral. So I think over the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, we will probably start a campaign or case study where we could ideally create a channel and see how well we can quickly build it up and create a viral video. Does that make sense, everybody? Would you think you would be interested in something like that? Maybe we do a collective case study where everybody creates a channel and you just start generating videos to, because there's so much you can do with this. Honestly, there's so much you could do, especially with TikTok or YouTube Shorts or even Instagram, where you can actually create talking video, education video, cartoon, learning videos, kids videos, baby videos, training videos, motivational videos, product demonstration, review videos. There's so much you could do. So just get familiar with it, and then we can move forward. If there's enough interest, we could create a case study where we could work along and make videos together. Okay. So just as a reminder, when we have so you guys some great feedback, really appreciate it. So yes, also this recording will be available. It will be on YouTube. You can actually watch this anytime you want. You can always return back to the video and watch it at your own speed. Alongside that, I'll speak to Sid and Paul also, and we'll have a review document ready as well. So you'll have access to some of the things that we mentioned today. Okay. So if you have, John saying, I would love to know how to create a successful YouTube channel. Now, this is interesting because you could create technically multiple YouTube channels. And I think as we go through the next coming weeks and we really look at it, is that sometimes we can model what's already working in terms of hot performing videos, viral videos. It's very easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. So even I would be excited because I if I'm completely honest, I love doing videos. It's just I've got quite a bit of a passion doing them. I just don't mind doing them. I think it's creative. It can be very, very fun. So it might be a journey even for me to join in with you, and we can create videos around that just to see where we can go with it using the application. Okay. So Anthony saying I've created a YouTube Shorts on my channel and I've been posting my videos there, but I have got some haters out there. So this is a good one. So Anthony, again, round of applause for Anthony for creating the channel. Now expect it. You're entering a world of people out there that have got nothing better to do, unfortunately. That might not be in the right state of mind. They're just going to push you with hate, and it's fine. Ignore them. If anything, they will help push your videos more out to the algorithm and get more exposure. So well done. Well done, Anthony. So here we go. I'm learning at my pace. I have my project mapping involved my circle of life. I'm streaming 24/7 social media, but some social media has its limit. So that's another great one. So where would I find the review paper, Ali? I'm not sure what review paper you're mentioning, but if you just go to the link on screen, you'll get all the access to everything, okay, where you can actually select it. So once you go to the link on the screen, just scroll down and you'll see here, there's one link here. Once you click that, you take your picture, then you contact support, and then you post your review, okay? So this one was also head over to Capterra. Yes, so reminders will go out before time. We'll set that up because, again, this is something completely brand new that we're going to be putting together. So another brilliant aspect of the software package is that it is fun. Yeah, 100%. that's what I'm hoping to start YouTube. Totally will appreciate some guidance. So yes, we'll definitely have a look at it, because I think we have all of the aspects of it, especially when it comes to video creation. So, just don't think about just, once we start at a normal rate of just using talking photos, I mean, we can go above and beyond. We can, even if we wanted to, we can pick up our phones and we can start recording videos of ourselves. So why I say that if we have that green screen aspect, we can download video clips using talking photos. This is advanced stuff, and we can start merging ourselves into videos, right? We can have a conversation. Just imagine I'm having a conversation to my 2D character. Like, I can be talking back and forward. We can do all of that stuff. It's just understanding how to do it. But this is more advanced level stuff, and we can definitely have a look at, around it down the line. Okay, so very exciting stuff, and it will be fascinating. It will be very fascinating, because right now, as just an example, right? If you went on YouTube now and you look at children's videos, learning videos, baby videos, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, it's just cartoony style videos, 2D Pixar, 3D Pixar style videos. And you got, if we come back here, go create video, you got animal videos, 2D videos. I mean, the world, if you just think about that, hours worth, I mean, many of you will be parents out there, and they just leave the TV running with some kind of child video, nursery rhyme or something like that, just playing hours on end, collecting view times, watch time, subscribers in the millions. So it will be, it could be a really interesting venture just to test it out. Okay, so ChatGPT help you create a script for children at a certain age, etc., etc. So definitely have a look at that. So now, can you explain how to do the face swap? So in order to do the face swap, when you go to generate, so in order to do that, you would essentially just select a photo of yours. So let's see if I can find a photo. Let's have a look. No, that's Yash there enjoying himself. That's Yash again. Yash is enjoying himself a bit too much. Let's see if we can find another one. So this is why it's always important just to make sure when it comes to organizing, you can actually label them and put them, so you can see, look, there's my one there, but I've got two there. I don't want two, do I? Let's go for this one. No. Let's just, actually, what we'll do, let's find one. Let's find Yash. Okay, so Yash, right, that's Yash. Let's say this is the face swap, so we can apply the face now, isn't it? So that's all it is you put in a picture there, and then you create the prompt. And let's say, yeah, okay. A beautiful, a beautiful woman with black, long, wavy hair. Okay, so this is a very simple one. So let's see if we can convert Yash into a woman, right? So so hopefully Yash don't mind, but you get the gist of it. If I had my one, I would have done the same thing. But yeah, beautiful woman with black, long hair. And the way this will work is the AI will detect certain elements of the face, or the construct of the face. I guess it's very complicated stuff that works in the background. So it takes certain key points of the face, and then it will create a model representation of those key points into the face. Okay, so you got a beautiful woman with black wavy hair. Okay, now if I just remove that, let's go to media library. Let's just get Yash there. Let's go. Silver hair. Okay, just take it as male. Regenerate. Let's see if it will actually apply that silver hair. And we can do this with obviously a 2D, 3D Pixar style one, but we can't do it with the animals. So we could essentially create a mascot or superhero of ourselves, which would be great for different animals. So yeah, someone saying they miss Yash. Okay, exciting. Sounds great. So you got, look, there you go, silver hair. Okay. So yeah, we're not going to go too much into it now. I think we've covered some really great ground here. So yes, just a recap. Yes, if you go to talkingphotos.ai/review, it'll bring you to this beautiful page here. We'll give you a number of 3 different elements or hidden features you're going to get access to. One of the key features is the affiliate program for Talking Photos that no one else has access to, that will allow you to get over 40% commissions on every sale you refer. You'll have email swipes and graphics. And over the next coming weeks, we'll give a breakdown how you can actually walk through the affiliate program also. But you just cover 2 simple steps. You'll create your free Kickstart account. Just quickly touch this. You'll see here, create your free account like so. Once you've done that, then you go to apply for your affiliate link, and then you'll go to request to promote. But you won't be able to do that unless you're not logged in or you have your account, and it will then generate a link. Okay, so a couple of really simple steps just to follow, and let's go. So yeah, answer questions, and that's what we've done. Great, thanks. Okay, so fantastic. So masterclass. So on that note, has everybody had a fantastic time? Hopefully you've had a fantastic time. Okay, have you had a good time today on today's session? I know it's gone over, but ideally on the next coming weeks we'll keep them relatively short, 60 to 90 minutes, but this was more of a refresher, and then moving on, just mentioning some of those hidden bonuses, and then subsequently it will be more specific, and you'll get ahead of, you will be told about, number one, the time, and also the subject, what to expect, okay, in the coming week. So let me see the comments. So if you've enjoyed today, hopefully you've appreciated the training and everything that's going on behind the scene. It's not only me, it's not only Paul, but there's a whole team behind, where there's support staff, everybody. So even on my behalf, say thank you to everybody that's made, I think, today a great success. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's session and look forward to the next week's session. So any kind of comments, any kind of positive feedback, number one, I would also mention, if you're watching this from YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, number one. Number two, hit the notification bell. That way you'll help us with two ways. You'll help us by doing that, and you'll help yourself essentially. You'll be notified anytime we go live. So great content is always coming out that you're aware of, but also allow us to help push our content to people that need it. Okay, so we would absolutely love for you to do that, and leave a nice comment. Hey, say if you enjoyed the training, great, etc., etc. Well, that's up to you, obviously. And also with the Facebook group, Paul Ponner Inner Circle, over 50,000 thriving members in that group. Such a huge platform, like-minded people. You've seen there's so much content that's being shared in that group, so I would highly recommend being part of that group, because if you're not, then you'll miss out some, we do prizes, giveaways, competitions, and a lot of training like you're here now. Nothing's for sale. There's no trying to squeeze something in there. No, this is just pure content that's given, because we actually want you to win. So hopefully that comes through. So really appreciate every single one of you for attending. So any last words? If anyone wants to put a comment down there, if you enjoyed today's session, make sure you do, because obviously Paul, Sid, the team, they see it and they think, great, okay, we will do more of it. But obviously if there's no interest, then it would make no sense, right? So okay, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for the extra trailing. Absolutely superb. So really appreciate you for watching. So make sure, be ready for next week. Go through it, get familiar with it. Make sure you go to the link, talkingphotos.ai/review. Make sure you leave a review. 5 stars would be great. I know there's not 10 there, but you can give 5. That's fine. Great feedback. And then moving on, Wednesday next week, you'll also be notified before we go live with the topic, also as you've come here today. And there will be a nice schedule or structure moving forward, and all the things you can imagine, and they'll be free. I'm not going to tell you too much, but there'll be more gifts that will be coming. Okay, so yes, we will try to limit it to between 60 and 90 minutes, just to make sure, because I know many of you will be busy, and sometimes you don't want to get burnt out and go over. So we will try to do our best to keep it to around 60-minute mark moving forward. So hopefully that will work for everybody in mind, because even here in the UK it's about 7 o'clock here, 7 p.m. in the evening. Generally it's quite a lot later, but because of the 1 hour time saving, it's gone back, so it is completely dark outside. So next training is scheduled for next Wednesday at 1 p.m. New York time, and you'll also get an email with any critical information regarding that. Okay, so thank you very much, every single one of you. And again, we appreciate your time. Please leave a review. We would absolutely appreciate it if you simply go to talkingphotos.ai to unlock the additional features. But hey, look, like I mentioned, this training, there's no kind of charge. We're not trying to sell anything here. This is actually for bettering you in your journey and your success in as being someone loyal to Talking Photos, essentially. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye, and I'll make a note, obviously, of all the questions which I've been doing anyway. And then next week we'll have a nice structure moving forward, and I look forward to going through that. So everyone, apart from that, it's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you go now to the link as you see on the screen, talkingphotos.ai/review. And anything else, then please reach out. If you have any difficulties, anything you need help with, please go to support. They'll be more than happy. Amazing team there to help you on any issues whatsoever. So apart from that, everybody, I guess I'm going to give you a good wave bye-bye. I know many of you will be busy and excited. So I look forward to next week and finding out what you've been up to and that you're masters already of the application. So apart from that, everyone, yeah, just any suggestions. If you have any feedback, any suggestions of things you would like to see in the application, hey, just always reach out to support and say, I would like to make a recommendation. We'll be more than happy to take that on board. Okay. So everyone, apart from that, okay, take care. Goodbye.